Hello, welcome to Reaper Errant on Reaper Miniatures
Howdy.
channel. I guess
How are
I'll
you?
wave.
Yeah, hi.
How are
Hello.
y'all? How are
It
y'all
looks like a
doing?
big foam
Hi.
finger hand, Michael.
My
Was that-
hand?
Yeah,
Oh, it's just close to the.
so orange.
Yeah.
You been eating carrots,
I
or
know.
Cheetos, or something?
Nope.
Circus
Well, I
peanuts,
won't-
baby.
Circus peanuts.
Yeah, that's
It's turning
it.
into a Simpson.
We'll go.
It's Mantan.
Well, we are going to have a little
Oops, sorry.
adventure this evening, and yeah, I'm basing it off the adventure we had last week, which I will do a quick
Ooh.
rundown on after I give everybody a chance to introduce themselves first before we begin. So, and I'll start with the upper left. Bobby, yourself and who you're playing this evening.
Hello again, welcome and good evening. I'm Bobby Jackson. I play the mighty and indomitable Pugh, gnome bard, armed with my trusty war harp and positive mental attitude.
All right, Gene.
I'm Gene Van Horn, and I'll be playing Gooseneck, the lizard folk barbarian. Can't wait to whackety whack with my axe.
Nice, Jason.
I'm Jason Weeby. I'll be playing Corncob Thunderbludgeon. 5 feet of rock solid commitment.
Wow. Okay. I like it.
That's a
I
tall
always have-
horse.
I always
I like
have.
the heavenly
I always have to
joy.
follow him.
It was Heavenly Joy last time. This time it's commitment.
Rock solid. I love it. Michael.
Hi, I'm Michael. I'll be playing Abran, the Wood Elf Ranger, the more mighty and totally abdominable, with a negative mental attitude.
Okay. Rhonda.
I'm Rhonda Bender. I'll be playing Fathom, the tiefling magic user. 5.5 feet of standing at the back.
Okay. Go ahead. Jen.
Hi there, I'm Jen. I play Kay Nimblewit, a human rogue who's pretty sure that someone on this ship is up to no good.
Look at that.
Mhm.
Just
Thank
one person?
That's,
No one on the
That's
screen
an-
is probably.
that's an astounding thing. I don't think that's supported by any of the evidence.
We'll see, I guess, in the end, right? My name is Frank. I am the DM this evening, and So I'm going to give some thank yous. Thank you to Reaper for allowing this lovely game to continue. Thank you to Sirenscape for background and ambient music you might hear this evening, and thank you to all the players. Yeah, I think those are my thank yous. So
Yeah, we don't. You know who we don't need to thank.
Ooh.
Justin.
Everybody is super busy with the Kickstarter. So
Justin
Wait,
ghosted
there's a
us.
Kickstarter?
can
What?
you believe
You didn't
it?
tell me about Kickstarter.
There is
Whatever.
a Reaper Bones 6. Wait,
It's on autopilot.
yeah,
I'm like, come
Kickstarter.
on.
Autopilot.
That explains
how many
that
people in
explains
chat
all
are
those
just
text
hoping
messages
for
from
deals?
Ron. I couldn't figure out what was going on.
Jason's just got to poop out more miniatures. That's all he has to do, and we're fine.
Is that easy?
Wonderful. I'm
Wow.
so glad that got hung on me.
Well, I mean,
Ron's sending you
gonna-
boxes of oatmeal right now.
we're going to play
Yeah.
with miniatures. Nothing from the new
Yes.
Kickstarter this evening, though.
And nothing from Jason's butt.
Nothing. Well, not that
Nothing.
I know of. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
Jason's
couldn't resist. I'm
pooping in
sorry.
miniatures ability is a new thing. These are all older.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So let's see. I'm going to give a little update on what happened last time. If you were to search Reaper Errant Kay's journal, you would know, because Jen writes from Kay's perspective of what goes on, and it's always an awesome breakdown. And I've read that.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to, in short, just detail the the party of adventurers and the ship they're on were attacked by harpies, and the harpies were able to cast some interesting magic with a claw. They defeated that encounter and lived, and just at the end had some sort of strange vision or message from a very plant-like individual who said that their great tree was in, well, that they were in danger and the area was in danger, and it gave them a location at the tip of one of the next continents they're going to, although it was not precise. It was probably good enough, and said something about a big tree. Yes, that's the paraphrasing of it. And that's where we left off. We're keeping it short and sweet. Any questions I need to answer before we can, like things that maybe weren't clear that I could clarify before we begin? I don't want to leave you.
How far away are we from the island of the dragon teeth?
So yeah, you're not very far. You're now a day or two away with this travel that you've
So we have a day to sleep and get ready.
Yep. No
Unless
problem.
you throw more harpies at us, or
Right. Yeah.
or hands growing out of the deck, or
sea turtles,
deep
or
ones with
hands.
tridents, or
Yeah.
terrible
Ooh,
crate
chickens
turtle
running
thing.
around.
There are some
Sea
wonderful, like I don't know, sunken treasure golems and things like that available to me. I could throw at.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're ready for anything. I'll speak for Abra.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything Kevin Williams ever sculpted.
Does anybody else feel like maybe we should start reinforcing the ship's hull?
Just on general principle? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, pretty
What's
much.
funny is we actually owned a ship, but we sold it.
It was, yeah.
It probably had a better hull than this one. This one seems to be like a paper hull ship.
It wasn't the hull's fault. It got cursed.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Oh, it's cursed. Okay.
Well, it was sabotaged in some way. All right. Then I'm going to test this. I have not tested this audio, and I need to test this audio real quick, like. So we're going to do it with the traditional method. Yeah. Okay. We're good. You are just, I assume then, just preparing, resting for this day, and heading towards the northernmost part of this southern continent that you're heading towards.
So we get a long rest?
You will absolutely get a long rest.
We didn't really get a lot of clues as to what the danger was.
No.
Well, we
Not a
know
lot.
harpies live up there.
Danger.
Yeah,
But they're
but
like the harpies we just vanquished. Those are nasty harpies.
Let's ask the captain and the navigator if they're familiar with this great tree landmark.
Question. Okay. Now I am going, there will be land in the background of some of these camera shots. I am almost positive.
That's my problem with gnomes. They're always thinking.
Resting first or asking first?
Oh, look at that beautiful ship.
Yes.
It's nighttime. It's
is
That
daytime
amazing gnome.
on the beach. Yes.
Well, so no beach in sight right now. Well, this table's only so big, unfortunately. So we'll have to.
Use your imagination, Michael.
Oh, okay.
Share.
Got it.
I don't want it to be so dark you can't see anything.
It's
So.
a mirage.
So
Yeah.
you look for the captain, no problem. Pugil's up by the captain. We'll just right there.
I think Pujol's kind of sweet on the captain.
Yeah. Hey, ahoy, me matey.
Pugil, yes.
Are you acquainted with this great tree landmark that the whatever that woodland creature was mentioned?
I'm not. I'm familiar with Dragon's Teeth in that area of the continent.
But she described an area on the north side of an island. Isn't that what she said?
Yes, I believe so. I'm familiar with the places we could put down anchor for a bit for you to go to shore. I don't know what's internal. I haven't been there myself.
Hmm.
Tend to stop a little bit further down, not right immediately after we've passed the dragon's teeth.
And you've never heard any rumors of a great tree or sylvan landmarks?
It's jungle and swamps
Lots of great
there,
trees.
so there are lots of trees.
Perhaps Morgott might have heard. I'll go ask him.
Oh, okay. So you look for Morgott. I need to know who all is around you during this. So who are you all coming together? Is it just you by yourself, Pugil, or someone else helping?
I'll go up with him.
Anybody can come who wants. I mean,
Okay.
Go ahead and put
wanna
me
go.
up there.
Just I
Corn
don't.
Cob will go.
I want to go.
The number of
Yeah,
people,
I wanna go.
changes
I
how
wanna
intimidating you
go.
are,
Yeah.
and also how much
Not
all of you
very
get to
eager,
hear.
not intimidating.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
So you get to decide, I want to hear a lot, everybody wants to hear a lot, or we just want to intimidate by surrounding poor Morgott.
We'll start out non-intimidating.
Okay,
I'll eavesdrop.
okay. I'll put you up here then. Eavesdropping from here, Abran.
Yeah,
Pugil,
make sure
you
the
can
gnome
talk.
isn't up to any.
Fathom, you
Neither
said you
gnome.
were going to be pretty close, right? Or no?
Yeah, I mean, I'll hang back a little. I don't want to feel like crowded.
Okay.
I want to be able to hear.
Look, it's
Hey.
like two gnomes talking. The elf has to pay attention because gnomes.
Kay, how close do you want to be to this?
Close enough to hear-ish, but I would also like to stay by the rail there because I'm going to keep a lookout for whatever's going to show up and attack us next because there's going to be something.
Right.
Okay. Gooseneck
This
and
is why
corn
it's
cob.
the common sense one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's that.
I'll be with.
But you got.
I'll be up there with. Yeah, I'll be up there with.
Yeah,
that,
I just want to be
usual.
within earshot.
Yeah, okay. There you go. That's pretty normal. You talk to him like that all the time. So, yes, yes, Pugil.
Ahoy! Shiver me timbers.
Sure thing.
Man, isn't he the salty dog?
Yes, I'm all nautical and everything. I am
Very
a
often.
nature boy. I will describe what the sylvan creature described to me, this island with a great tree on the north side, and try to relay as closely as I can to Morgott what she relayed to me. And I will ask him if that rings any bells. Has he ever heard of a great tree in the vicinity of this island, or is he familiar with this island?
No, we've never been there. Just passed by it. It's not too long, not too big. It's so you have the Dragon's Teeth, which really go right to shore. It's very rocky and dangerous. And the island is off the path a little bit, to be honest. We would keep to the western side usually, and you have to go, well, I mean, to get to the place that I think we're talking about, you're going to have to stay on the northern side of the continent and then pass the Dragon's Teeth kind of again when we depart from there. So we've never been there. It's not really part of the normal route, and we've been by it, never been on it.
Okay. So to your knowledge, none of the crew would have put in there for water or anything like this?
No, it's unlikely.
Okay.
What sort of fauna and what sort of terrain can we expect?
Well, some dense areas. I think the last time we saw it looks like there was some wetlands and jungle, so I would expect some water and dense undergrowth, trees. Not too mountainous, but quite rocky still. It's still built off the volcanic remains that helped the dragon teeth come into nature. It's just worn down a bit.
I'm
Any
asking this for a
dangerous?
friend. What's the fungus situation like?
Well, I'm sure there are a number of different types. I'm not familiar, but some are bound to be edible as well.
Are there any dangerous creatures that you're aware of in this area?
He stops and he looks at you a little bit and he says, well, there are some lizard folk tribes.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, happy days are here
Oh,
again.
my people.
It's the Van Horn.
They've been known to be dangerous.
Gooseneck.
Lock up your
ours
chickens.
is too.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing I can talk to him then, right?
Oh, excellent. Yes.
I hope I could talk to him.
Yeah, what if they're more evil lizard men than Gooseneck?
The gooseneck is quite a civilized individual.
That's my worry.
Do we have to trade with them? Do they enjoy our civilization and want to just attack it?
Oh, some of the tribes are quite cordial and accept trade, and some are more insular.
What do you trade with these lizard men?
Chickens.
Well, they have an abundance of food there. Actually, they do like different metals, iron, and some linens and things when we've made trades in the past.
Yeah, when I think of lizard men, savage lizard men living on an island, I think of linen.
Yeah.
Linen, something they probably need.
Yeah.
And embroidered.
You can make pouches. Come on,
Well,
man.
Fine linens.
Not necessarily fine linens, but
How about saffron? You think they like saffron?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. Perhaps.
Did we harvest any of that remoras?
You definitely
Remoraz.
did. I think you did.
Remoras?
I think every
Yes.
time
It
you encounter
disappeared
one.
after we killed it.
Yeah, that one.
I
The
thought-
last one
Oh,
was
that's
like a
right.
trial that disappeared. But
Fathom or someone dug, or Pugh dug through a carcass of something, pulled out some kind of glands or something.
Fish
Yes.
guys.
Yeah, that
It was
was
gross. I remember that.
way back.
I think you used some of
Um,
that coin when you were in Ven.
Maybe
as
it was
well.
the Beatles. Or the Beatles.
Are the on this island is the only sign of habitation these lizard men, or are there any ruins? Has it ever been inhabited by anybody else, to your knowledge?
Ooh, well, not to my knowledge, but it's, if it wasn't, no, not to my knowledge, it hasn't been. But it seems like a good
Maybe
place
there's
for
some
a
lizard man
city.
ruins, and you could stick your axe in a lizard man ruin, and that'll evoke a
There might be a
little
trial.
quest we have
yes.
to go on. Maybe something like that.
That's a good idea.
It could happen.
Could.
Yeah.
That'd be
I don't know. Gooseneck's
be
not too fond of just poking his axe in the old place.
Hey, it takes all kinds. You don't know what you're
That's
missing.
right.
No kink shaming. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No, I mean,
watch your
yeah.
axe. I've heard it said. Watch your
Yeah.
axe.
Well,
Hey, pal.
No.
Watch your axe.
you know,
I
an
say let's
opportunity
go ahead
missed.
and kink shame.
Morgott, are you excited about the opportunity to learn more about this area?
Always, I'm always interested in new areas. I've never been ashore. Would you mind me to tag along with you?
I wouldn't.
No, you've always been such a great companion. You might as well.
Oh, gladly then. I'll request it. Then I'll give you my opportunity. There are some rocks. There's not a lot of hills, but we'll see. You never know where adventure finds you. As long as you've got your charcoal with you, you're good.
Are you going to need
Don't forget your
visuals
knife.
with the weather to navigate around the Dragon's Teeth?
Well, I think we should be okay, especially since we're this particular trip, we're still staying on the north end. We'll be okay.
Hey, do we know for sure that the captain has agreed to make this stop?
Yes, the captain has agreed.
Yes.
Didn't she say to hurry?
I mean, she's hoping you don't do
We don't dilly-dally.
multi-day excursions.
No. I'm sorry. I meant the apparition.
Oh. She seemed
I
to
thought
be
she said.
in a hurry, but I don't know that she actually said.
Pujol's the one that talked directly to her.
You would have got the feeling that she was in a hurry. I don't remember if she actually said something though.
So I'm just wondering,
it
should
seemed
we?
fairly urgent for her to just appear like that anyway. I mean, that isn't something you just do. It was probably a long distance call. Had to put extra quarters in the meter.
Yeah, it was a distress call.
It was
So,
a distress call. Yeah.
Should we?
Obi-Wan Kenobi,
Hurry?
you're our only
How long
hope.
will it?
That's exactly the vibe I got off that.
Okay.
I also thought they were pretty hard up if we're their only hope.
Help me, Reaper Errant. You're my only hope. Oh boy. Okay. Well, then let me. I thought you would go this way, but I wasn't positive. So let me go get the things I will need to put on.
Someone summoned the clown circus, so here we go.
Really, it's the best circus.
Cue
in
yakety
existence.
sax.
I'm
That
already
was just about right,
picturing
Michael. That was just about the right number of bars before we have to pay a royalty.
I'm here for you.
So do we need any special climbing gear for these rocks, or?
No, if anything, that's why you kind of felt like. I don't want to say that Morgott was not super excited, but he was a little bit like, oh, I'll go on shore and I'll get to see things. But you can see from shore that the rocks are not like mountainous kind of terrain that you'll have to go over. It's more just a rocky area, a rocky island with jungle-like.
We're not going to be
trees.
scaling walls.
I don't
and
know.
We're
There
gonna
might
bring
still
our
be an
ropes.
cliff
opportunity for a
faces. And
King Kong suplex off the top rope.
You should not have to scale trees.
Yeah, have you ever hiked a lava field? It's hard enough. You don't need to be mountainy too.
You got to have good shoes and don't fall.
Mm-hmm.
Are there going to be dex checks? I'm in trouble.
Yes, you are.
They're gonna be ducks?
Probably dex checks.
Yes.
Barely
dex
chicken.
checks.
I always do so well
Yeah.
with those.
If there's dex checks, I'll be at the bottom of the hill. Thank you.
Which one of us fell into a river?
That would be you. This one. This one. This one. This one.
I can walk on water now, I think, so rivers are fine. But I don't think I have
Ah.
anything for rocks.
The only reason I can get through that is because I have a high athletic score for my strength, but my dexterity is not very good.
No, my rolling is not very good. It's. I mean, okay, my dexterity is not very good either, but even if it was, my rolling would still prevent.
This is taking a long time for Frank to
Sorry,
set
I
up.
had
I'm
so
starting
much-
to get worried.
I had so
Yeah.
many minis to bring over that
Oh,
I
that's
I
not
lost
what
my
we want here.
Oh boy.
my ears. Hold on a moment.
Yeah, that's not encouraging, Frank.
Well, if you want, you could have one mini represent 10 savage lizard men, and then you'd only have to use like 20 or 30 minis.
You can stop
Okay.
helping now.
Well,
No,
I
mean,
didn't
but
hear
which is
that.
worse?
I just heard 20
If
or
he
30
has a
minis.
ton of minis, or just one giant one?
Yeah, it could go either way, right? And both are great.
Yeah, I'd prefer the min-max approach. I don't like those middle ones. That's where we get in trouble.
Oh goodness. Okay. I've got an interesting, I don't know, selection of what I need. That's all. I'm keeping it down below the table though.
Hmm.
I hope this doesn't turn
Ooh.
into. I hope this doesn't turn into the Naked Prey or something.
What?
I don't know.
The classic movie, The Naked Prey.
You might have to
wouldn't.
come back to this
Oh,
island
yeah.
after the Kickstarter in case, I don't know if there's going to be any more lizard men in the new Kickstarter.
I love that Naked Prey movie. That's a great movie.
So
Cornell
That is-
Wilde.
the ship is going to be out quite a bit, and they're going to kind of put you to shore on the little longboat. And it sounds like all of you, with the addition of Morgoth, will be our landing party, I guess.
Maybe we should take a couple of the crew along as red shirts.
I was
just
going to say,
thinking the
we might,
same thing.
yeah. Let's one of you want to captain the dinghy.
Yeah.
Oh, how could you do
Yeah, but we're
that?
supposed to be protecting the crew, so bringing along our own hostages seems like a bad plan.
Not hostages.
Well,
We
they
also
can go
need
back
all
to the
the
ship
guys to
after
run
they
the
drop
boat.
us off, and then we can signal them. I don't think we're that far away.
Yeah.
No, you're not going to be that far away.
Helpers.
We've already lost too many. We don't know
Yeah.
how to drive.
We're gonna get
No,
more
the
when
captain
we get
has
to
lost
port.
too many. We haven't lost any.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
got what I need. Good.
if we leave a sufficient crew on the ship, we could always become castaways.
hmm
Oh goodness. Okay.
Somebody bring a volleyball.
Dibs on the coconuts and the pineapples.
How where all that was going. Okay.
Better set up a still.
Let me put you in the little ship and steer the big ship aside a little bit. As
Whoa.
Yo, yo.
you get
There's
out
a
there
little boat.
after your day of travel, you're all
Yeah.
feeling well rested. Everything is
Charged up.
charged up, ready to go. There's no current injuries you're dealing with. I mean, not physical at least.
Mm. Dun, 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 dun.
For some reason, it's always hard to get. Well, not for some reason. We all know the reasons, but it's hard to get the minis actually on a ship that would actually hold them.
Only we hadn't brought bits of the land with us.
Yeah. Little bits of land in there. We'll just do that. And we'll land you.
Am I steering?
That's scary. No,
Uh,
the
Morgoth's there with you.
navigator is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And on.
Not a nautical nature boy.
No, not that kind.
Mm.
And on shore you go.
And our elf's only good on the frontage on the beach there, so
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
coastal. Yeah. So anything in the coastline, Aberrant should have no problem determining.
And I can fix water vehicles, but
He's
I
a
can't
beach
steer 'em,
elf.
so
Yeah, he's a surfer elf.
He's a surfer.
Dude.
He's a
What's up, bro?
surfer elf.
He's a surfer
There's the beach,
elf.
bro.
10.
Oh, bro.
That
No.
actually explains a lot.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. I like your perm, Abran. You're looking really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On you go. You drag the
Some
boat up,
toasty waves.
hop off.
Tasty waves, cool bud, man.
There's just
I'm
a
so
suggestion
wasted.
that you should flip it over from Morgott. So he flips it over, or he tries to flip it over.
Well, I'll help him flip it over, and we'll pull it up
Yeah.
on the beach some, so it doesn't get
We'll
pulled
flip it
out by the
over and-
tide.
Okay. And it
And let's not lose our boat.
No.
Yeah, let's not lose our boat.
I'm going to have to take down some ambient sounds for a second so I can...
Yeah, we don't have a professor. We don't even have a Gilligan, so we better not lose our boat.
We totally have a Gilligan.
Yeah, I
We're all Gilligans. How about that?
I feel like you have a Gilligan, yeah.
Who's that?
We'll
Not
let
gonna
Chad
happen.
decide who the Gilligan is.
We'll let chat decide.
We're a half a Gilligan at best.
Hmm.
What you're missing is a Mr. and Mrs. Howell.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true.
We wouldn't have to adventure if we had a Mr. and Mrs. Howell.
Right?
Thank God.
Live the high life.
So
We
you put on
don't, we don't need none of that vulture capitalism on this island.
you put on shore, and you can see it goes inland. Why don't I get some perception or investigation, depending on if you're wanting to like actually dig around and look, or just look around and figure out what's going on.
Oh, I'm going to do perception then.
Just looking at it.
Okay.
I get to roll for advantage, right? So
Yep.
I rolled a 23.
Okay.
23 for Abran.
16 for corn cob
16.
for perception.
Pugil, did
20.
you,
21 investigation.
oh, okay. So digging in stuff with an investigation.
21 for perception.
One, all right. Fathom.
I investigated a lot. 25.
Wow.
Wow.
Investigated the shit out of that.
I
Yeah, you
did.
did.
Don't expect any more rolls
Oh.
out of me tonight. That's it. You got it.
Yeah.
That's the good
Dang
roll.
it.
Mine was a perception,
Okay.
not an investigation.
Jen.
Thurston Howell's tie tack is here. She's going to find it.
22 perception.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so for
We
investigations, anybody who was 20 or over and you started looking at it, there's something about the way, as investigation, there's something about the way the layout is that makes it look unnatural, like sand is maybe built up over a great number of years. Like maybe this was some sort of dock very long time ago.
Oh.
We're already on the ruins.
So,
Ooh.
but it's there's sand covering everything and rock and foliage and trees. So there's no actual indication. It's just the geography after really looking and digging into little bits here and there, and you're like, this is rock isn't part of the island. It's more like sediment that's been washed on it. So you've actually kicked the stones around, seen that they're not attached and things like that. So for everybody who is perception 20 and above, I'm gonna have to do 25 and above too, aren't I? So 20 and above
Yep.
perception, but not as high as 25. So 20 to 24. You see some disturbance in the sand, and you see some animal trails. So clearly, animals kind of come down here and hunt for things. You see what looks like a crab that's been. It was pretty large. but it looks like it's been like bitten into, eaten by something,
Ooh.
and just part of its carcass is there.
How big are the tracks?
So the tracks look like from a, well, you're a tracker by nature, so make a survival check.
And 18.
18. Okay.
I can also look if that's not good enough.
Yes. Go ahead and look. 18 is good though, but if you want
21.
21. Okay. I kept this original sound, and the sound should be altered a little bit. Okay. 21. So 18 and 21. There, in this case, 21 will get you, 20 will get you a little more than the 18, but 18 is pretty good. You both see the tracks are large, probably boar of some type. Normal size boar, but they're large. They're not small ones. And you also, though, well, at 18, those are the tracks you see, and they've come down for this. It looks like they go right to the shore. They've eaten some crab. They've burrowed in to get some of the creatures that are burrowing underneath the sand. At 20 and above, you see snake marks. You see crocodile tracks. You're almost positive you see the tail of a crocodile track dragging up through the sand. And you see that one of these crabs, at least one of them, is a good 4 foot across in body.
I suggest maybe we don't tarry on this beach very long. There's giant crabs, snakes, crocodiles, and boars.
Great.
Sounds like good advice.
I mean,
What was the 25 and plus perception?
Yeah, 25 and plus perception. Okay, so a couple of interesting things. You notice different kinds of animal trails, which Corncob has already kind of explained what those are, but you see them going off in different directions. So you feel like this is an area of the island that different creatures come down, maybe hunt each other even, and then go back their different ways. So it's not like you're going to find all these things at once, but there are a couple of paths in. You also see just on one of the rocks that are on land what looks like iron, metal of some sort, driven into it, or maybe wrapped around it, as though it was a part of some sort of. You've seen those marks at locations where you might have structures built by dwarves or elves or people.
So like a
humans.
marker rather than a chain area, or
I mean, all Abran sees is metal driven in. That's definitely done by.
And so it's really old.
It is very old.
It's super old.
It is super old.
Right.
So it's
But none of
the
you
mark.
saw any lizardmen feet tracks.
No.
well, other than crocodilians.
Don't get racist.
Well, if they're crocodiles, I probably would have seen a belly drag too.
Yep. Tail, belly drag. That's why you
Probably
think it was
not
a crocodile.
bipedal.
No.
Nope, quadrupedal. Okay, so what you can do after with all of your knowledge combined, you're pretty sure the boars go off like, I don't know, 45 degrees more to the left. The crocodiles are kind of straight up a shot through it, and snakes went off like through to the right side. But those are the animal
The
trails.
crocodiles go back into the forested area?
Straight, a straight shot. Yep. You can see
They go back into the woods.
Yep.
I vote for crocodiles or
upsets my
boars. I
whole
hate
worldview.
snakes.
Yep. Let's do the crocodiles. It could be the pets
Well-
for the lizardmen.
Now, when we
Like the idea
survey
of
the
jungle
tree line,
crocodile.
You do see tree
When-
line in there.
you know-
Absolutely. The beach kind of gives way. It is very, very rocky at first, and most of what's growing is like lichen and mosses, sort of dense clovers and things in shadowy areas, just on top of, you're assuming, harder rock or soil. But then you start to see trees pop up, and more as you get in, you see more trees kind of, as you look in, rather, you see more trees until it gets pretty dense towards the
so
middle.
it's not a hard
I'd-
tree line. I'm
No.
sorry.
I'd like
it's
to
not
ask
like a
the
hard tree
navigator-
line. The forested area just kind of. I guess I'm lagging.
No, that's okay. But
No,
go ahead, Bobby.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Bobby.
It's not like a hard tree line. It is the forest kind of fades in from sparseness to denseness.
Yes.
Okay. Then you know what I would suggest we do is walk up and down the beach a little bit, you know, where before the trees get too thick, and see if, because it appears to me that there's some sort of ancient construction here, like Abran pointed out with his metal, and the way the beach is formed, it looks like this may have been some ancient dock area or something. Maybe there's a road, an ancient road that leads inland. I think we should look for signs of that.
That sounds good.
Sounds reasonable.
I have a question
idea,
for the
Neil.
navigator. Is he keeping track of the tides in this area? Does he know when the tide is going to be high again?
Oh, so if you turn, he says, "Well, we're high now. It should be high in 4 or 5 more hours, and then we'll get another window later."
So that's likely when the crabs are at their peak as far as being food.
Oh,
That's when they're being served, is at high tide.
oh.
So I think we
Crab
can
time.
expect to meet some of the animals coming down to get them in a few hours.
Oh,
Well, 12 hours.
Yeah, if we wanted to wait around, that's true. We're just at the end of it now.
I'd rather be at the end of it than right next to the beginning, I guess is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully everything's got a full belly right now at this moment and everything's sleeping it off.
So he looks around, pulls out an instrument, the little astrolabe type instrument. I think it'd be evening before this should concern us again. Then we wanna-
Okay, I say let's follow Pujol's plan.
And let's snap it up. We're burning daylight.
Aye, Captain Pujol.
Okay.
Yeah, Avast.
Yeah, we want to get
scurvy
home before
squab.
the crab fest.
Shiver me.
Okay, so you walk up and down the beach a little bit. Did I get you on the beach with this? I think I did. Yeah, I definitely did. Let's just move it a bit. So you walk up and down the beach a little bit, and you
Now-
find. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No,
As with my natureful nature, is there do I get any insight as to where the extent of this unnatural sentient made construction, would I get any clues to where there might be a road, or where, can I use my nature
right.
proclivities to detect things?
So
and help us be more
Probably
efficient.
over there by the sand trap.
This is 5. It's par 5. So you feel like this area here could have been a road if you begin to look at it. This is also kind of the way the boars went. As you come down and look at it.
Let's try that way.
Okay.
Why not?
Sounds good.
We're looking for the great tree. Is that correct?
Yes. There doesn't happen
Yeah,
to
I
be a
just-
large tree poking over the rest of the foliage, is there?
Not that you see at this particular moment, no.
We could aerially reconnoiter. Don't we
You
have flying
could.
capability?
Oh, well, yes, we could. Either Pugh or I could grant you flying ability, I believe.
Well,
I was also
have a
thinking
very
about
stealthy-
climbing up on one of those rocks and
And we-
doing a scan, of the horizon to see if anything sticks out as being particularly interesting.
Yeah, I think if it's a big tree, we ought to be able to see it from higher up. Maybe that can limit our choices as to where we're going to go.
Okay. Yeah. How would you like to reconnoiter from the air?
Otherwise, let's default to the hogs. I can't reconnoiter.
Who's going to fly?
I'm barely 5 feet tall.
Well, how tall is the tallest tree around here? Is that something that Kay could learn enough from?
The tallest tree immediately, like they're actually pretty dense and tall at the shoreline, but none of them, I guess you'd call great. They're palms and willowy-looking trees that reach high, but are, I mean, overall, you can almost get your hands around them. I mean, maybe Pugil can't, but they're
Not
still
very climbable.
not big trees. He could climb them. All of you.
Not
could
with
climb.
my little Billy Barty fingers.
Well, you've only got so much arm length, right?
Yeah.
I could cast levitate on someone like Abran, who would be expendable if he were to fall a great height.
But Kay has the fancy goggle.
Then we should
Yes.
cast it on Kay and just be careful.
Yeah,
Wow.
you wouldn't want the
Wow.
goggles to break.
Yeah, I don't want the
Don't break
goggles
the
to break.
goggles.
No, we could tie a string to her like a big parade balloon.
Yeah, I think that's a good
For
idea.
safety.
Let's
Yeah, for
let's
safety.
cast-
That's what I meant, not for effect.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's-
But does Kay agree to this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay. Then I will whip out my war harp, tune it,
Whip it
and
out.
cast levitate on Kay after securing a safety line to her ankle.
Yeah, you get very light, Kay, and you can push yourself up. You don't have a lot of control once you're in the air. You're kind of just free floating. It's a little disorienting. You have control of yourself, but you're just not moving anywhere more. Just the motion that was pushed against you. But you get
Okay.
a chance to look out over the island. Make a perception check.
That'd be a 26.
Okay. So there are a couple interesting, I don't know, features maybe to note. It looks like, and this isn't necessarily a thing to be concerned of now, but you have heard of like mountains that spew molten, rock and stuff. Seems like it's the top of one of those, but you don't really see anything actively dangerous. But you do notice that because of that, there is a like almost circular rim of trees that are the taller ones that are blocking, screening view from down from the shoreline. As you, I don't know how high you're comfortable with. What's the highest height you want to get?
Well, we got 50 feet of rope. Unless we start
I
tying
don't
them
think
together.
Kate has an issue with height, so she's perfect. I'll go as high as the spell and the rope allow.
Okay. Yep. So you go up to the top. You start looking, and you see that there is an area just sort of that breaks through sort of the rocky area that would be the ring around it, the island, and it gets very watery in there. It's almost swamp-like land. And in the middle of that water, there is, that looks like there is a land to stand on. It kind of comes out off the side like a peninsula, and a very into the center of this water, and a very large tree, not much taller than the rest around it, but much, much thicker, is growing on top of that. It seems like
so
that
I
would
will
be
point in the direction of the big tree and go, it's that way.
All right.
That is
Good job.
pretty much right between the crocodile and the boar. That would be the true shot of it.
No
I say stay up there as long as you can, and we'll just start heading that way. And if you see something coming, give a holler.
Okay, well, I can't really move a lot up here, so you're gonna have to tow me.
Well, we got the rope. We can drag you along with us, right?
Yeah.
What's the? How long does your spell last, Pugh?
I'm looking. Up to 10 minutes.
That's not a
I'd
lot.
say we got 10 minutes of good aerial intelligence then.
Okay.
Yeah.
And after that, can you play Freebird?
Okay. So you get in. 10 minutes is not bad. It's not getting quite as dense. It's just where you start entering the denser area. And Kay, you actually do see, just nearing the end of when Pugil would feel like this spell is starting to expire, you see a crocodile sort of sneaking up behind a boar, a wild boar out there.
Yeah.
The boar is...
All right, well, as I get back down to the ground, I'll say, we may want to hold up for a minute. There's a crocodile and a boar kind of having a thing up ahead. Maybe we should let them
circle of
work it
life
out
playing
between
out in front of
themselves.
us.
Yes, it is.
Hakuna Matata.
You're going to wait a bit? You're going to go up and watch the outcome?
I
What's your...
don't really want to fight with a crocodile that hunts on land, really. That's a scary idea to me.
That's reasonable. All right, so you wait. It's about, must have been really slow moving. It's about 5 minutes before you hear the sort of the squeal of this boar as it's in this. You can hear a little bit of thrashing.
Sluggish after he eats as well, so.
You can assume.
Well, I know I fall asleep after a lot of ham. I mean,
you think that was pretty? You think you've given it enough time if you waited a good 5 or 10 minutes after that? Probably. You hear a little bit even of dragging and cracking in the underbrush ahead of you, away as it's like kind of away from you.
Let's go get an crocodile skin.
You feel like the crocodile came
he's
on
not storing it up in a tree, because that would be really weird.
That battle.
Yeah, but
Gooseneck, I think if you want souvenirs, maybe we should do that on the way back.
Yeah, let's
and you have to use your own money.
Let's skirt this and head to the big tree.
Yeah.
Okay. You hear after you, by the way, after you gave that information about the circular island and everything, Morgott was super excited. He was like, "Oh, this is wonderful. Oh, this is much better than I had expected. It's a low-lying volcanic mountain. Oh, this is. Oh, I'm glad I came. Thank you for inviting me."
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank us later when you're still alive.
Yeah.
Or not.
Well, we didn't bring any other bait.
Just sort of putting you out there as you travel through. You hear water running. It's clear that it's getting to a point where it's starting to get a little. You've crossed in through, I guess, the rocky outlying wall. You could look at it as a wall, I suppose. And gone into more of the center, the circular area. And it starts to get wet, a little swampy, not super comfortable to walk through, a little slurky as you're picking up your boots and stuff. And you see kind of ahead more water that you'll have to cross. But lots of land to walk on, or lots of things you believe to be land.
Should we start checking the land to make sure it is land and not some critter that's going to eat us?
Probably.
Yeah, I was wondering if maybe it was
Poking it?
poke it with a stick time.
Yeah, we could probably find a little sapling or something. Unless Pujol's got his 10-foot pole with him.
All poles are 10-foot poles.
All poles are 10-foot poles. Okay.
I'm a very small person. I do not carry the 10-foot pole.
So you start prodding at the land then as you go?
Yeah, let's, yeah. We should all just start poking and prodding as we go. Just a little bit slowly, just to make sure there's nothing.
I'd like to do another
crocodiles.
Perception check.
Now look for quicksand. We got to have, all that stuff. Carnivorous plants.
You'd like to do a perception check?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Please. 19.
Is there something in particular that's got you suddenly worried?
Well, I'm looking to see if I can detect any more of, since we think that it might be Sylvan ruins, am I seeing anything that's hinting of that? We thought that there might be an old dock. I saw the iron. Am I seeing anything more along this path?
Well, just as you start to look around, you all see some movement. Well, do you all see some? I think your passive perceptions are all pretty good. You all. Let me roll here. Yeah. Wow, they're not very stealthy, are they? That was bad. You all see some movement at the edge of the water. And a few, it looks like, I don't know, friends of Gooseneck, possibly.
Well, Gooseneck better get to the front.
Yeah, we may be assuming some facts not in evidence.
Sort of move out of the water's edge and towards you, and they're acting like they're stealthy. They're moving up over the rock, kind of out of the water. It was them transitioning from this swampy water up over onto the land that you noticed their movement.
So they were in the water.
They were in the water. Yeah.
I'm gonna wave.
Hello.
I'd like to approach the front and
okay.
Hail, brothers.
They completely stop when you wave. They kind of look like, oh, we've been seen.
That's
Yeah.
okay. None of us are that stealthy.
And you go to the front. Okay. So they go, hail, friend. What? You come here to our home for what reason?
We are searching for a mighty tree that we've told is in need of our assistance. Do you know of this giant tree?
Make a persuasion check, Gooseneck.
All right.
You can see they're apprehensive in a way that you find is a little bit unusual.
Oh
Natural 1.
wow.
Oh boy.
Okay.
You're obviously here to take
You
their land.
totally-
Cut down.
You carpetbagger, we know what you're up to.
Yeah. So they kind of stern up and go, no, we need no more visitors like this here. You've caused too many problems already. Leave.
Oh, boy.
We only have good intentions. Honestly, we'd gladly give you some saffron to pass through.
Good thinking.
Your
Do they know
words.
what saffron is? I'll grab a little. Give me the saffron. Give me the saffron.
Your words are useless.
No.
Wow.
Leave. They're kind
Man,
of.
we made a great first impression, didn't we?
Yeah.
I can't help a
Trying
one
to
for
roll a
one.
one.
Yeah. Golly. You bendered it.
No.
Oh,
Time to kill.
man.
Wow.
Well, yeah. I mean,
This,
we have to go help the tree people. I'm sorry.
yeah.
So it's either let us through or we'll walk through.
Die.
Can we tell from the back that this is going poorly?
Yeah, you can tell it's going poorly. After
many
he
are
said-
there?
One? Yes.
You guys can-
after
you guys are
Gooseneck
welcome to come
gave
help.
greetings and they exchanged a couple of formalities, as soon as Gooseneck laid out the questions, they all like tensed up, pulled out their shields, gripped harder on their weapons, knocked an arrow. It's going poorly.
How many are there?
How many?
How many of the?
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get you a better shot.
Okay. We could take them, but I'd rather
There's
not.
more. Why?
Let's
This is turning into the naked prey.
Like that's just
Steve,
where-
Yeah, thanks for planting that
Good
seed,
job.
you guys.
Pujol, come on. We got to go see what kind of trouble Gooseneck is getting us into.
Hey,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. XP, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Warm
maybe
up
you
that
can
heart.
Let's
I want to move up a little bit as well.
now
I want to. I
when
think
they
we should.
Say, unleash the song stylings of Pujol the Great.
I have a
Yeah.
question.
Ooh.
Yes, Pugil, you have a question.
When they were coming out of the water, were they headed in our direction or were they crossing our path?
They were headed in your direction.
Okay. Then perhaps it's time to regale them with some jocular songsterism.
Yes, let's try to
Oh,
not
God.
look threatening right at the moment.
Yeah.
That would be my
Yes.
guess.
Okay.
So I will pull out my trusty war harp and commence to banging away.
Right. So
I hope they like yakety sax.
do you know much about about like, I don't know, lizard folk culture other than gooseneck? Do you have a idea? I guess that would be first. First, let's make an intelligence check, and then
Oh.
we'll make your performance check.
Okay, intelligence.
First.
Here we go. Intelligence. An 11.
Okay, good.
Oh.
Just a
no, that
normal
was a saving.
performance check then.
That was a savings. No, that was an intelligence save, but the bonus is the same.
Is
So
the same? Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't know a lot, but you kind of know an idea. More natural instruments. You think you've got this. Just a normal performance.
They like
roll.
both kinds of music, country and western.
yeah, they're cold-blooded. So I'll sing songs about sunning yourself on a warm rock and eating a fly.
Oh, there we go.
Chicken.
Okay, make your performance.
Chicken.
And eating a chicken. Yeah.
Natural 20.
Oh,
That will be
you're
yeah.
welcome. See, I took
That
the
will
one
be-
for the team.
That will be a 29.
Yeah, that's it.
29.
Boom.
So it's
So we average that
amazing.
to a 10, so we're still making a okay impression, I guess.
Usual, you got on
Bow
the harp.
down before the king of the lizard men.
You struck the harp almost like a drum. It had all the right intonation to be very musical and rhythmic at the same time. Well, rhythm is music, but melodious and rhythmic at the same time. And they begin to lower their weapons a little bit. They were very tense, sort of looking at you initially, but now they're starting to relax a little bit, more like when you first encountered them. And okay, this is my roll.
Don't let the lizard do the talking.
Those pizza dungeon dice. What is your passive perception again, Kay?
22.
22. Okay, Kay, you don't even see it. Just from out of the water behind them, this crocodile jumps up, grabs one of them, and
Oh no!
takes him down into the water and starts rolling around.
Oh, and he's
Death
death
roll.
rolled him.
There's
Death roll!
Jump
Death
in.
roll!
I'm jumping in after him.
That's where we're going to take our
Oh.
first break, right before this.
there's only
combat.
4. Let's
Oh,
Yes,
someone take a
thank you,
screenshot.
tease.
That's a gorgeous place to have a break.
yeah.
Frank,
Yep.
you're a tease.
I am. It's the best. Yeah, he grabs
Well,
him,
the
goes into a
Lizardman
roll.
can explain that the crocodile doesn't work for us, I hope.
No, they are aware of their slump. Okay, so everybody watching, we're going to be back in like 10 or 15 minutes, and we'll play out this encounter the rest of the way and see if they've swayed the lizard folk tribe over to their side, I guess.
Not gonna have a chance. We'll
I
feed them
think you
all to
got-
the crocodiles.
You got a
otherwise.
chance. All right, everyone.
Well,
See you
Down
in-
to 4 now. There's only 4 of them. Our odds are improving by the second.
Right.
See you in just a bit. Bye.
Hakuna Matata. Let's just see how it goes.
Hello. Welcome back. What you painting there,
Hi.
Michael? I don't know. Are you supposed to? Is that a secret of some
A
sort?
Reaper Kickstarter sculpted by Mr. Gene Van Horn. Path Chibi Goblin.
Those are just so Dean.
Yeah.
I mean, I really
Here's
like
that
those
one.
goblins. They're all
Eyes
good.
out.
All those chibis are good, but those goblins really are cool.
I love it.
Michael's
Well,
allowed to paint goblins
you know,
green. I'm not.
Wayne
I know,
Reynolds
that's-
kind of made it easy.
Yeah.
Um,
No,
really did.
he has a nice design. You executed it and translated it into chibi
Yeah.
perfectly.
And, you know, people worry about using chibis with regular miniatures in the game. I think those chibi goblins, no one would have a problem putting those in the game. Those
I
are
would.
great.
I'd put them in.
Yeah.
Yep.
You never know.
This makes me think we need like an episode of Hollywood Squares or something. Just we were pointing and it gave me that vibe.
Yep. Starring Bobby Jackson as Paul Lind.
I don't know.
Oh, I
who
want to be
would
Charles Riley.
Wait, is this
Okay.
the
Charles
is this
Riley
the
actually
old
is
Hollywood
probably better.
Squares or the
The
Hollywood
real
Squares
Hollywood
match game
Squares,
version?
not the
I
the
only
new
knew the
one.
old one. Like I watched. So oh boy, I'm not real old, but because of however I
Oh,
was
nice
raised
preface.
or anything, I definitely watched things like The Gong Show and
Oh yeah.
the $100,000
Yeah, you are old.
Pyramid and
Mhm.
Hollywood Squares, like in their original form.
In the
Man, I wish
Hey.
I could have been
mid
there.
to late
That would have been
80s, they
great.
switched from Hollywood Squares to Hollywood Squares with the match game. So it was the first part was the match game with Gene Reynolds, and then the second half was
Gene Rayburn.
or I'm sorry, Gene Rayburn, and then the second half was Hollywood Squares with what's the guy's
John
name?
Davidson. John Davidson.
Is it
Stamos.
Davidson? It's Bowser
John
from
Davidson.
Sha-Na-Na. John Davidson? Is
Oh,
Bowser.
from Sha-Na-Na? No, then I don't
Yeah,
know.
from Sha-Na-Na.
The
That
whole
guy. Anyway.
the whole
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
They did a co-host thing. It was really weird. Anyway,
Hollywood Squares has a link to old
That
Reaper
must have
Con.
been before I was watching it.
What? Hollywood Squares has a link to, are you serious?
Yes. We had 2 Reaper Cons back at the old factory where we played Hollywood Squares. Drunken Hollywood Squares.
Yes.
Okay.
yes,
Things that we
did.
can't do anymore. That's on the list of things we're not allowed to do anymore.
Actually, if I remember right with Michael, it was Drunken Naked Hollywood Squares.
That was because someone spilled beer all over.
Yes. Aaron Lovejoy spilled beer all over me.
Yes.
Well, I was trying to not name names, but sure, Aaron Lovejoy did spill beer all over.
Aaron
I just
Lovejoy.
remember being terrified of getting on the risers because I'm like, a bunch of drunk, tired people constructed this. And now we're supposed to sit on it. Seems like a terrible plan.
Yeah. It was fun though. It was a lot of fun. The
The
first year in
risers held
particular.
up.
Oh no! I went running. Look, I had the whole break, and I forgot the most important part of traditional D&D: pencil and paper. Because you're all going to have to roll initiative. It is time to see how you help or do not help your newly found lizard folk friends, as one of them is being attacked by a crocodile.
They ain't my
I'd say let
friends,
the
not
beast
yet.
feast. Let them eat them all. I don't care.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Wow.
I'm a city lizard. These are all country lizards.
That's
Yeah.
okay. I mean, it might be true.
That's why
but-
we didn't get along.
Let them chomp down on the bumpkins.
All
It's
right.
hey, wait a minute. I'm a bumpkin. That's why they like me. But unfortunately, I rolled a 3 for my initiative.
Let me get
3
some of
total.
this Sirenscape battle music in here.
You are a bumpkin.
Yes, I prefer the term nature boy.
I like
Well,
bumpkin.
that's different than a bumpkin.
Not much.
Alas, we don't get to pick our
No,
nickname.
Nature Boy, you have that long platinum hair,
Yes.
the
I
fake
did.
tan,
Then.
wrestling belt.
Yes. he
Okay,
did.
Pugh, what was your initiative roll?
3.
Oh, such a wonderful prime. Gene, what was
20.
Gooseneck?
20. Not natural,
right.
though.
Hey, doesn't matter. And corn cob?
16.
16. Abran?
Regular 20.
Wow.
Wonderful.
And
Fathom?
10.
All right. K?
21.
21. Ooh.
Oh, we kind of rolled our marching order.
Okay, so you can kind of see, I think you can see the layout mostly. Some things might be hidden. There is this downed lizard folk that's in the water that the Croc's got. There's one standing right next to him behind this bushy part of the tree here that you can't see. There's this one here, this fella here, and this fella here, and then the rest of your team. I hope that plays it all out for you. If I was to go from Fathom,
I love that
here,
Wild Kingdom freeze frame thing you got going with the crocodile, though. That's
from Fathom to the crocodile is about 60 feet. If you need to know some distance.
That's about the distance that Fathom likes to be from a crocodile.
It sounds good. And we're starting off with K.
So am I close enough to the crocodile that I could get
can
to
I ask
it
a question
in
first?
one?
Oh.
Go ahead.
No.
Pugil?
Shouldn't I be closer since enthralling them with my fabulous performance?
Yeah, that's reasonable. I think you would have been right behind Gooseneck there.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Are you close enough to what?
Am I close enough to move within striking range of the crocodile and attack it in one round?
What's your movement speed?
That is a very good question. I'm looking. 30 feet.
You are just short of, especially once you get to water, you're just short of being able to do that in one round. You'd be about 10 feet from the crocodile. You did a normal move and needed to attack.
That's fine. I will just take my full move then to get close.
Okay. Right there. So you're about 10 feet from the action at the moment, and there's just water and muck swirling up as it begins to go for this fella. Okay. So you do have an action, though, if you wanted to do anything, move and something.
Nope, I think I'm good.
Okay.
I mean, I'll pull out my rapier and a dagger. But
Okay.
leave it at that.
Rapier and dagger. You got them both out. Gooseneck.
How far away am I?
You're pretty close, Gooseneck. You are about 25 feet from the action.
Okay. I'm going to go into a rage and run and whackety whack with my axe, jump it in and.
Okay. So you're making this jump. Your strength is plenty good to get into the water. You land in the water. It is waist deep at this location that you're in. You can see it kind of falls off a little bit. In fact, I wonder, I don't know.
Is he close enough to the surface I can just take a swing at him, or is he too far under? Do I have to dive in?
No, I mean, there's bits of them coming up here and there all over the place. So you can just time it and take your swing at him as he's revolving around.
Okay, let's do it.
Take your swings.
14. That hit.
So you physically it hits, and you realize how tough this crocodile hide is. It is not able to pierce it at that. With that, it sort of thuds off of it.
Okay. Let's try it again. 21.
21. You just your axe bites into it just right.
And 8 points of slicing damage.
Okay.
Which will reduce his speed by 10 feet until the
that's
start of my
right.
next turn.
You have that new ability. Okay.
Good job.
That was 10 points.
8
No,
points.
it was 8 points of damage.
Oh,
He reduces his speed by 10 feet for the next round.
Okay. Abran, your turn. Oh, yeah, your turn.
I'd like to move a little closer to the shore. I'm definitely within bow shot, I think.
Oh yeah.
And
this
I
log,
want to be a little behind the log, just in case something else pops out of the water. I want a little cover against that.
Sure.
And I'm gonna pop it with an arrow. So with a 29 hit.
A 29 is a nice, solid piercing to this creature.
That will do 14, total of 14 points of damage on the first arrow. And I'm going to shoot one more at him. This one is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that also finds just
thump,
thump, right underneath the other.
And with another 12 points of damage.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you get in there and whack it with the arrow a couple times, thunk, thunk, and all that chaos coming up. However, now it's this giant crocodile's turn. What's he gonna do? His speed is reduced by 10, but he is moving slowly because of dragging this other lizard folk down. But he moves back, even so, like 20 feet into deeper waters. Gooseneck, he leaves your range, though, as he's doing that, which allows you to swing at him.
Swing
if you'd
again.
Like to.
Let's do it. The opportunity of attack, baby. 21.
That's a hit.
Blam!
For 6 points of damage.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so he's pulling this. You can see him clamp down. He tears into this other lizard folk and sort of pulls him under. You can see that the wooden club the lizard folk was carrying is just crunched in two, and you think that the lizard folk's arm is somewhere in that too, as the lizard folk
buddy,
pounding over the top trying to stop him. But you were able to hit him solidly as he pulls back into the water a little bit. Corncob, it's your turn.
I'm going to move toward it, and if I hit the water, I'm just going to go ahead and walk right on the water.
And do you have
Hopefully
to activate
the lizardmen
that,
can
though?
see me do it.
Do you have to take an action to activate water walking, or is it just on?
I assume it's on. I don't know. It's a ring, right?
It is a ring.
If you want, I can take the action. Well, I'll stop if I have to take an action. I'm not going to walk out on the water.
I feel like you have to take an action because sometimes you don't
I've seen.
Is it the same kind of ring?
I've seen him walk over puddles, float over the puddles.
Of course, no, everybody's seen him.
So
well,
my ring just says you can stand on and move across any liquid surface as if it were solid ground.
Nope, it's the same one then. So yeah, you're able to walk out there too, a little bit.
Okay, and then I'm going to cast Toll the Dead.
Okay.
So you get a wisdom saving throw on this incredibly wise beast.
I mean, tick tock, tick tock. All right, maybe not. What do I need to beat? I got a 17.
15.
Oh, the Reaper Pizza Dungeon dice have saved this wise crocodile.
Okay.
He's smarter than the average croc.
That's all I got, I think, is a move and a spell.
Okay. You are definitely... Yeah. He was concerned, maybe. All right, so move and toll. Now the lizard folks spring into action. Let's see. Oh, wait, that's contested. Okay, this lizard folk, actually, you see him pop up out of the water and move towards you. Corncob, he is missing an appendage, however. So that club showing in his hand, that arm is not there anymore. And neither is that club.
Yeah,
Well, it's a bones to me. You can just cut it off.
But he's coming over.
Yep.
He's out of the water. He's kind
Super glue,
of flailing over to you.
Good.
This one gets up here and shoots an arrow. This one runs out to help his friend, sort of pull him in. Same for this one. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if the arrow hits. No. So the arrow just sort of skips off the top of the water out into the distance, and the others are like pulling their friends up. They're not regarding any of you as hostile at this point. They're just kind of walking past, pulling their friend up. They seem to have noticed that you were attacking the crocodile as well. Fathom, it is your turn.
I'm going to get just a little closer since he moved further away and shoot the crocodile with some Eldritch Blast. Hopefully.
Okay.
One is 25 for 7 points of damage, and the other is 20 for 9 points of damage.
Both of those hits. Okay, so. Okay. You, Joel.
Go team.
Your turn. This crocodile seems to be out now in the middle, sort of sinking down deeper into the water. Your turn.
Come on, Pugh. Papa needs a new pair of shoes.
I guess really the only thing I can do is pop it with my crossbow.
Okay.
I'll shoot a toothpick at it.
Toothpick us away.
A 20.
That's a solid toothpick.
Yeah, Errant's been helping him.
8 points.
Woo! Wow.
Ooh, critical hit for Pugh.
Okay. So, yeah. He is definitely struck again. You guys can see some blood in the water. There's a lot of blood in the water, actually, out here. And, Kay, it's your turn.
I'm going to swear and then put aside my rapier and dagger and pull out my bow and shoot at it.
Okay.
And miss with an 11.
When you finally get in close with that rapier and bow, you're gonna show people what for. Okay. Gooseneck.
Let's see here. I believe how far away is the creature underwater?
So it's now difficult terrain for you because it was up to your waist and it just goes lower to where he goes, and he's 15 to 20. No, he's 20 feet away from you, and it's difficult terrain, and it's moved into a swimming speed basically, unless you can walk on water.
Let's see. Trying to look. I think
can swim.
I can swim and I can breathe underwater, and I believe I'm not sure if my movement is the same on land as it is underwater. Let's see.
Does it say you have a swim speed? Because if it does, then you can just swim. No problem at all.
Let me look.
I'm also curious. You should. I guess maybe I'm making too much assumption, but I assume you'll have a swim speed. Yes, you have a swimming speed of 40 feet. So
where? I couldn't find it. Where is
on
that?
your character under speed, if you click it, it will actually bring up a little window that shows you have walking and swimming.
Oh, yeah. There you go. All these newfangled technologies. Okay, well, yeah, I'm going to dive in after it and try to whack it.
Okay. With a swimming speed, that means you can use these weapons underwater normally. So unlike other people, no.
Whackety whack with the axe. 11 does not hit.
No,
right?
It is still difficult with all the flailing about and blood and swamp water.
But I still get my 2 attacks?
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Even worse. 9.
9. Woo. Okay. No.
I'm gonna. You know what? Oh no. Yeah, I can.
You're adding
I can
with the
still.
hit bonus, right?
Yes, I am. That's with the hit bonus.
Oh,
I
okay.
Terrible.
2.
Like watching
Just
Marlon
rolled a
Perkins
2.
wrestle a rubber boa in the water.
Can I? I can still zap him though with my.
Oh, your storm aura. Yeah.
Storm aura. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That'll give him a quick shock.
My save is a 9, so that's
along with everybody else in the water.
Full damage, full hit points, full damage on a 6. 3 points of damage.
All right.
Lightning damage.
Right. And no, it doesn't get to you, Corncob, or the other lizard folk. You're safe from the lightning.
Good. I thought it was like he's throwing a toaster in there.
Abran, it's your turn.
I'd like to shoot a couple arrows at it. Is that a possibility? Is that a disadvantage roll?
He's still, he's not deep enough in the water that you cannot impact him.
I'm going to try. What the hell? There's nothing else I can do.
It should be normal for you, right?
So I am rolling disadvantage, right?
No, not at the moment. He's still moving about.
So 25 to hit.
Okay.
25 to hit.
That's a hit.
And since he's already injured, 9 plus 7, 16 points of damage on the first one. Oof. And then the second one is 18 to hit.
Yeah, it just whizzes right by Gooseneck, pretty close, and then sticks in the throat of this crocodile.
For a follow-up of 14 points.
This crocodile thrashes around a little bit and then sort of bestills.
And
floats.
I'm gonna grab him and swim back into shore.
Haul him in.
And hand him to the lizard man that got his arm ripped off.
I'd like to use my medicine to try to bind that guy's arm wound.
All right. You bind his arm. So you all get to land. Lizard folk can swim, but they still like land. I'll get up here. They tell you in lizard folk, which I assume you don't have any problem translating, Gooseneck. I
got a 27 if it matters.
It does matter, and that's great. So you safely bind it up. Regenerating an arm is beyond your capabilities. But
I didn't care about that. I just didn't want him to bleed to death on my watch.
He's safe from bleeding out.
I will tell him, your enemy is our enemy. Maybe our first impression was bad.
So
hopefully this will make amends.
That's it. Use pigeon lizard man. That's the way to go.
You get one more persuasion shot. One more shot at persuasion. No disadvantage or anything because you've helped them. Actually, advantage. Because Pugh took away all the negatives with the wonderful swamp song played on the harp.
And I will continue the song as he talks to them.
19.
Yes,
19.
Rock and roll.
I'm sure we got advantage because it was a 19 and a 2.
I say yes. We do need help. others like yourselves came, touched the old runes recently. The plants around became dark and evil, and now our great tree is in pain.
Okay,
I can
I'll
see now
translate.
that I can see now that you're not here to cause us more damage, but to help.
No.
I asked
we wanna
Gooseneck to
help.
ask them about the dryad specter thing we saw. Are they aware of that? You want to ask her? You want to ask them that?
Yeah. I'll relate that. What is the dryad that we saw? The tree spirit.
Cilia watches the tree for us and watches over us. Yes. She's grown very weak with this plant creature.
Could you bring us to her?
Yeah, could we? Yeah. Can we?
She's at the tree. The plants fight us now. Tree. We can take you to the area, but the plants will fight us.
Okay. Well, I'll tell that to everybody else and say, "What do you guys want to do?"
Fight people.
Yeah, let's kill the plants, burn
them. I can speak with plants. Maybe we should go to these plants and talk with them.
Yes. Yeah, we can burn them. We can smoke them. We can do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking doesn't work. I like my magic.
Yeah.
Weave them into clothes. On the plant.
All right.
I'll relate all that.
Okay.
Fireball.
So they agree to take you to basically the area, but not necessarily directly to Cilia and the tree, because the danger, they say, is too much. The plants are too dangerous. Are you?
They can show us the direction to go, though, right?
Yes, no problem at all. I mean, they can get you easily within sight of the tree. No problem.
All right.
They're just concerned that the evil that's happening there, that was brought on by visitors before you, is going to.
So what do these plants do? How do they fight?
They attack like you or I, except with sharp thorns and whipping vines, tendrils of dark energy.
Ask him. Ask him who were the people who instigated this and where did they go? And he also mentioned runes.
Translate.
Others, such as yourselves, came to explore the runes around the great tree. Been there for many years before our tribe was here. Protected by Cilia.
Now, did you say ruins or runes? I couldn't hear.
Make an intelligence check, Gooseneck.
Okay. Let's see here. My intelligence isn't that great, but
well, you're a lizard.
9.
9. You think the translation is runes? R-U-N-E-S. You think? Old words, old markings, old markings.
Are they leading us? I assume
like peanut butter.
Their normal approach that they would lead us through would be from the peninsula out into where the tree is.
So yeah, as you get closer, you realize that that this tree is in the middle of this sort of swampy land, the swampy water that's in the middle of what this volcano was at one time. So they lead you.
And there's a little land bridge out to it.
There is absolutely a little land bridge. You don't have to swim or do anything strange to get there.
I'm thinking if there's plants, they're going to be on the land bridge before you get to the tree.
That
so those
is
of
why
us that
they're
can go over the
only
water,
taking
maybe
you-
we should sneak over the water instead.
You could do that. Their
But
plan
we
was
got to
to
look
take
out
you
for crocodiles.
just to this area, and then I guess you can all decide what to do from there. In fact, I'm gonna. There's this picture.
Look at that cool waterfall.
This is
That's cool.
you.
That's a cool scene.
You get taken to. Let me kind of all agree on how to take you. Here's a couple things you immediately notice. I'm going to put this here because you see it immediately. You see it move. There's this definite plant-like shape moving. This is as far as these lizard folk are going to take you, right up to here. And then they're going to sort of bow out and be like there. And they point to this giant tree, which is, can the camera see it? Yeah, so there's the giant tree right here.
So it is quite close.
It is very close in this swampy
It's
area.
fluffy.
And this
fluffy
is
tree.
that weird plant that you saw right here. And then you are all right over here before this sort of begins.
So the only way to get to that is that middle path by land.
Well, by land, yes. You could, of course,
okay.
navigate via water if you wish.
I want to take a
Can we
look at
make
that
a boat?
plant thing with the goggles.
Oh,
And I want to
okay.
do a nature check on the plant.
Kill it.
Okay, plant things with the goggles. Investigation. Okay.
Um, 18.
It is magically. It does have a magical aura
Delicious.
around it a little bit. It is living, but that magical aura seems to be not intrinsic to it having animation and life. Seems like it's been animated or given life by magic and now exists on its own.
It's evil.
Pugh, you said you want to make a nature check.
Yes.
Go for it.
19.
19, okay. Yeah, the plant is, it looks like it was originally a large protein-eating plant. It usually waits for something to nest in it or sit in it. But you don't, that should not, it actually flailing around with tendrils and being able to, it looks like those are prehensile, and opening its petals doesn't seem natural to you.
And you said earlier that the giant tree is suffering from this malevolent plant.
That is what the dryad said. If we assume that was a dryad, yes.
Okay.
Well, from whatever the people triggered.
Yeah.
Not this plant specifically.
Yeah.
Probably stuck their sword in something.
Can we see any ruins from where we are?
You can see some ruins. And let me swap over to a better shot of the ruins. Because they look both familiar and unfamiliar at the same time. So you feel like you have seen ruins in this shape and layout before, namely Abrand's trial, but never exactly like this. There's the waterfall that you were seeing earlier, and then the large tree in the middle of what looks like some ruins of the same nature.
Ooh, those are cool.
And we can't see any more of those weird plants, just the one, huh?
Just the one. But you immediately realize that if plants were, how do I say this? If plants were living creatures laying in wait, you could not possibly tell them from any other kind of plant because they're identical to them, unless they moved.
But what about Kay with her goggles?
Ooh.
Possibly.
Ooh. Good
So
thinking.
is this at all reminiscent of that tree in the ruins in the town that we were in with all that intrigue?
It's a little bit reminiscent of that, yes.
Is it reminiscent of getting eaten by one of the other plants that I got eaten by before?
Have you been eaten by plants?
Which time?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
you were. Yeah, back when you were in
Yes.
the the mushroom kingdom there.
Made me
sort of.
see more.
Yes, this plant is somewhat reminiscent of that.
I know. I can tell. That's. I bite back, plant. If I remember correctly, didn't those plants put Kay and Fathom into a stupor or something?
So there was
that a different plant?
There were plants with that was more the so this plant doesn't look like that. There doesn't seem to be a
Horncop still hasn't recovered
with pollen on it or anything like that. These are
bitey plants.
I mean, gooseneck, you might not be able to tell the difference, but Pugh, with your nature check, you know that these are protein eating. They're not digesting you or turning you into things with their pollens or weird materials that they spread out in the air. So there shouldn't be that kind of issue.
It's like a mobile pitcher plant.
Yes.
Yeah, this is going to be head to head fighting.
Should I try to talk to it?
Yeah. Why not?
Let's do some weed whack.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can talk to it first if you want.
So wait,
let's
agree on what our mission here. Are we going to try to destroy the plant and save the tree? Is that basically what we're doing?
So you had suggested that those of us who can go on water could walk over and check out the tree. Should we do that?
Right.
And the tree wants us to?
I think so, but we better be careful of crocodiles.
Yep. I mean, I don't know that we've established at this point that destroying that particular plant will remove whatever curse has been laid on this area.
Right. I just wondered what our goal was, what we wanted to do, like immediately, what we were trying to accomplish. Just kind of want to get our objectives set in our heads before we go do it.
I don't see an objective other than rid the place of evil, but I don't see a way to achieve that goal. There's no button to call the elevator or whatever.
So pretty much we have to destroy the bad plant. Hopefully
can
help
talk
the
to
good
plants,
plant.
So let's
the lizard
speak to it first.
Said that the lizard folk said that the spirit dryad person was over by the tree. So if somebody goes over there and talks to her, maybe she will know more about what needs to be done.
Can
I carry Pujol over the water?
Yeah. Let's master blaster it over there to the.
Yep, I'll carry Pujol over the water then.
Okay, so
does someone want to accompany us to watch out for alligator or crocodiles?
Yeah, I can walk on the water too, so
and piranhas and various other jungly.
Morgoth is like,
nasties.
This is most interesting, and writing stuff down. He's like, but I'm going to remain here if you don't mind.
Yeah, don't touch
Basically, I'm just a giant fly popping the surface here.
Yep. You're doing the spider walk over the surface.
I'm gonna have my
I'm doing the
axe ready
dwarf
to whack that evil plant. I'm not gonna do anything, but I'm just.
Well, we're obviously going to try to go around the other side from where the plant is, or the one we can see at least. We're not going to walk right past it. That would be silly.
Do we see much of with that waterfall in the cave as we pass by?
So yeah, let me at least camera first. Let me try to give you. So you're approaching the waterfall in the cave, and you see water coming out of the cavern. So you figure it's a natural spring of some sort that's filling this place. So it's not salt water that you can tell.
Does the water look okay?
The water looks normal. Nothing bad about it.
Because if you were going to mess something up that would affect plants, the water would do it.
The only magic that Kay saw was on that plant area.
And then, so
is the water clear or murky?
I mean, it's clear as it comes out of the cavern, and then it gets murky as it gets up through sediment and pushed out. And there's a lot of living material and matter in it that begins to murk it up, sort of as it spreads.
Can't see the bottom of the pond.
Not after you're a good 10 feet from the water coming out. No. Okay, and then you're coming up. This is a view from sort of over the platform. As you get here, which is about corncob to you, it is 10 foot before this white water on the waterfall. So let me show this back. You're about 10 feet from the white water, which makes you about 20 feet from the cliff's edge that leads up to the top. As you get there, though, you have...
Roll for initiative.
Some plants, creatures of some sort. They just sort of rise up out of the foliage that's on the ground. They take on very humanoid shapes, and they watch you. They're just watching you. They're not doing anything yet.
Ujol, can you talk to these things, either plant or Sylvan?
I'll speak to them in Sylvan and say, "Avast ye, scurvy swabs!"
Good.
No, smokes off a pirate.
I'll understand that, I'm sure.
Talk like a pirate, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
you know,
I'm
trees.
all nautical. I'm the nautical nature boy. I'll say, what was the dryad's name? I can't recall.
Cilia.
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 We've come to speak to Cilia. Can you take us to Cilia?
They know that it's at her request.
Yes, we're here to see her at her request.
They speak back to you, and you're using speak with plants, right?
I start off in Sylvan.
Oh, in Sylvan. Okay. Ooh, hold on. Let me look.
Wall of thorns for you.
Sylvan. Interesting. Okay. You can see them almost. Oh, we'll make an insight check, actually.
Oh boy.
Normal insight, since you're a nature-ish person.
12. I'm not the most insightful nature boy.
Okay.
I get better at introductions.
You feel like they're communicating. You have no idea the nature of the communication or the balance communicated between good or evil or darkness or light or anything. You just see like a little shimmer in the leaves of the one that's in the center, a little twist on the stems of and the branches of some of the others.
Well, I guess I'll cast speak to plants then.
Okay.
And try it again.
All right. And you say the same thing?
Yes.
Okay. So one of them turns their head, just sort of tweaks a little, says, Celia is not welcome here anymore. This is our home. Leave, or we will consume your flesh.
Oh, these aren't her friends.
Oh. Well, that's not very welcoming. Where is Celia? She's asked to speak with us, and we won't interfere with you. Fingers crossed. But I would like to know where she is.
He is, him kind of shimmer a little bit amongst each other, like shake leaves as though they're deciding on the right word, kind of talking to each other. And they say she is treacherous, unable to talk to you, fleshy creatures.
I'm going to relay this to Fathom and Corncob.
What was the word that they used?
And
she is what?
Treacherous.
Treacherous. Oh, you said lecherous, and I was trying to figure out where that figured in.
Sorry.
Okay.
How do we get to see her?
You don't. If you stay, you donate your flesh willingly to us.
So where is the tree? Where's the main tree that we're after?
So the main tree that you're after.
Are they between us and the tree?
They are. So here's you. I'm going to pan this camera shot up live. I'm going to tilt it up rather so you can see. So there's you. They're on the cliff. And then there's the tree behind them.
Hi.
They're standing in between you and the tree.
I think Ella wants dinner.
Okay. I'm going to try to charm the plants.
Okay.
Cast a charm spell on one of them?
Yes, I'm going to channel divinity, charm plants. I'm going to show it my holy symbol. Show them my holy symbol. Each one that can see me, if it fails on a wisdom saving throw, they're charmed.
Okay. So let's see. Wisdom. What do I need to save?
DC 15.
It's a dungeon dice. How dare you? They kind of look at each other and they say, what do you want, Fleshwalker? They seem to be more, I don't know, open to your suggestions now, Corncob.
Well, I don't.
So
I'm just going to indicate that we need us without any conflict.
Yes, we'll give you time. In 2 hours, our ritual will be complete. Please come and join us before then.
Find out more about this ritual.
Red flag.
Sounds bad.
Well, my objective is to get to this big old tree and try to find the dryad or whatever the hell it is.
To pass through, and your people, so Pugh, Fathom, all of you, they're watching you intently. Though they're like, I don't know, they're friendly, but they're now very creepily friendly. They have no concept of personal boundaries. They're in your space.
Okay. That's fine.
But they're just watching.
They're going to be just a pile of kindling.
You've asked, right? You want to get to the tree, so they want to make sure, and they move in close in their brushes. They're leaves and branches sort of brush up against you, and they say,
That's,
"Yes."
I said,
here."
let us pass. I
Oh.
didn't mean you
Now,
gotta rub up against us. That's kind of just yucky.
are they the
I'm
are they
gonna
the same
message
sort of?
Kay and let her know that they're charmed. They're still hostile. So, like, if you guys could keep missile weapons trained on them, we would sure appreciate that.
That message comes through to you, Kay.
I will let everybody else here know.
Okay.
Can you message back?
Yeah, I think she can reply. Let me just double check.
Yes, she can. 25 words or less.
Sorry, I'm having cat.
Should we go over there? Should we come over and help? Or you want us to stay here?
Gooseneck
I'm
wants
going
to
to
know if
check
we should
with-
come over there.
I will check with Corncob and Pugh about whether they work or not.
Do they mind if our friends come over?
We've only talked them into passage for us, and I don't know when that ends. So if they come over, they're probably going to be treated hostilely.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you said, these are our friends.
Yeah.
While all this is going on, I want to look around to see if I can see runes in the ruins.
I think we need to talk to the tree.
Okay.
You do see. Well, make a perception check. You go up to the tree.
17 on my perception check. I'm not insightful, nor am I perceptive. But I'm a performing fool.
I mean, that's not bad. You see that there are runes around, and you talk to the tree. The plants go, yes. We will continue our ritual. Please enjoy the tree.
Jeez,
And they kind of flutter off to their different directions. You see them.
God, I hate plants.
I thought you were a nature cleric.
Yeah, I'm not very good with plants, apparently.
Well, I'm offended by the corruption of nature. As a true nature boy,
He said.
It hurts my feelings.
You, Joel, and Corncob and Fathom, you do find, though, as you go around, suddenly this apparition that you had seen before seems much more realistic. It is Cilia behind the tree. She just...
Good. That's what we needed.
She sort of fades in.
I say we've come at your summons to her in Sylvan.
In Sylvan. Okay, so in Sylvan, she says, yes, you've made it past them. Can you disable their ritual? Can you stop them from doing this to us?
How do we stop the ritual?
Kill
What are
them.
they doing? You can find that out.
Usually a good stop.
They're completing what the humans started. Finishing the runes, bringing about the destruction of this landmark.
Is there any way to disrupt the ritual? Can we kick dirt over their secret signs or whatever?
Yes.
Dang it.
Every time.
I dedicate that alarm to
Every
you,
time.
Abran.
It's the Abran alarm.
It's the Abran alert.
Yes, you must.
Brad pokes up and starts sprinting towards the tree.
Reverse the pattern.
No, he doesn't do that.
Reverse the pattern. I need more specific instructions. I'm a nature boy, not a pattern boy.
They are arcane. I'm only here to protect from creatures getting in.
I will relay this to Corncob and Fathom. She says we need to reverse the pattern of their ritual in order to to stop it, but I'm not sure what that
And they're
means.
arcane.
I'm going to start looking around the area to see if I see any pattern.
Make an investigation check as you look around. Look at that jovial eyeball you got there, Pugh Joel. I just got to say, you're giving the jovial side eye, almost a wink.
she's kind of cute in a woodsy sort of way.
13 was your investigation. Is that right, Fathom?
Yes, alas.
Okay. So they are. You see within the ruins. You see some runes. Some they have traced these. I don't know, these blighted plants. You have no other way to describe them. Have traced over the patterns with whatever magic is imbued in them, and are making them stand out. At each one of these runes, there are some patterns that are being traced by these plant creatures. And as they do that, you do see, I'm going to turn this camera, you do see the runes that are being talked about at each one of these ruined locations, and the plants are at each of them. So this plant is doing something, this plant creature is doing something here, this one's doing something at these ruins, and this one's doing something back here with these ruins.
Is the back on the shore? Can I ask a question? Is that one lizard man guide still with us?
There are two
Where we
lizardmen
are
guides
back
with
behind?
you. They just don't want to go farther than this. But there are two. One with a bow, he's ready, and one with a club.
Yeah. I asked Gooseneck to ask them how many people came the first time that started all this trouble.
I'll translate.
One person in robes, too hot for the weather.
Just to only one. Okay. I was wondering if
Person
the
in
party
robes
had
too
been
hot
shared.
for the weather.
I will.
I think we're just going to have to attack these guys.
I'm going to message.
Yeah, I was worried that. Go ahead.
I'm going to message Abran with what we've discovered, so that the crew on shore will know that we're dealing with a ritual that's 2 hours from completion and deals with runes that are inscribed in the ruins.
Okay. So there's 3 of these plant beings that are each constructing something over a rune.
Yes.
A rune
So
over a
I'm
ruin.
going to triangulate those 3, and just off the trunk of this tree, with enough room for us between where I'm going to put this spell and the trunk of the tree, I'm going to cast Guardian of Faith.
Okay.
God, that's like an 80s hair band.
I have a
that
couple of pretty
should,
spells against them, so just tell me when and
that
I'll
should, for
unleash it. It's not
8
fireball.
hours. For 8 hours, that should allow, if they turn hostile and come after us, the Guardian will fight.
Yes.
And then they have to
Cool.
save a wisdom save, or it deals them damage.
Okay.
So now we should be able to shoot out from this little fortress I've constructed.
Now, can we see them, what they're doing to the runes? Are they drawing them, or is there something tangible that's being traced over it, or is it just some magical energy?
They seem to be pulling some sort of dark energy, guiding it through them and into the runes as they trace over them.
So it's so there doesn't appear to be a physical way to interrupt the process without interfering with them.
Correct.
So I'm going to have, if can Fathom still message people, or is that a one-time only thing?
No, I can do that as often as I want.
It's a cantrip. We can both do it.
Okay, can you tell the people on the other shore that if things go sideways, they need to get into the protection area of the tree and attack from that angle out.
Okay.
Who are you messaging?
Whoever can receive it. I don't know how.
Yeah,
I don't
we'll each
understand
message
these mages, especially the ones that are demonic.
But also, if Abraham Kid or who was talking to Lizardman, find out where the guy went that started this off.
Okay, I'll ask the lizard guys where the one in robes went.
He left, hiked out to the sea, and walked into it.
We also need to make sure they know we need to disrupt the ritual, the people on the banks.
Why don't we just go over there? Since obviously we need to. I'm going to relay
Come on.
this
It's all
to
set up.
whoever's
We just
doing
gotta pull the pin.
All right.
At this point,
Well,
just pull the pin and start fighting.
I can swim, so I'm going to dive in and
They and
head over to the
Abraham
island.
can attack from the shore, right? Is that in range? Because you guys are both better with bows, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely
So you
in
can
bow
attack
range.
How
from
far
where you are.
away?
They're 100,
Okay.
120 feet away. So bow range is, longbow range is very good. Short bow range,
150.
maybe.
Yeah, you guys could start shooting and soften them up, and they'll think that you're attacking.
Just give me the green light.
You ready?
We want to
Yeah,
wait
tell
till
me.
So far nobody's made a move, so
Pugh? Well, we only have
Let's-
a little bit of time that these guys aren't going to attack us.
Well, we
Well,
should probably at
do you wanna
least
wait
wait
till
until Gooseneck
Gooseneck-
gets there.
Yeah.
Yes, let's wait till Gooseneck.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I didn't know what time you want to start the
Gooseneck
invasion.
dives in, swims across, climbs up. These plant creatures turn to look at the new person coming.
tell him I'm a friend. Tell him I'm a friend.
Yeah. We mean you no harm.
Do you tell him that Gooseneck is with you? I assume.
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, he's up on that guy. He's with us.
Well, Pugil's the
Oh.
one that has to talk to him, right?
Yeah. I'll say, oh, our tardy friend has arrived.
Oh, a friend of yours.
Yes,
Fine.
a friend of ours.
Come and be seated. They say to you in Sylvan or in plant that you don't understand, Gooseneck, but you hear a lot of rustling
Oh,
and
they speak
weird
Sylvan.
creaking sounds. They don't sound great, but they're not attacking you, so it must be good.
Okay. I'll head over to the rest of the group.
Okay. You are in with the
Tell
rest
us
of the group.
when you want us to attack Corncob, because I can, and which one you want to start with, because I have a spell that is specifically against plants.
Fire.
Can we wink
I
them
don't
out
know
of
if there's any
existence?
Fireball.
different. Are you ready? Is everybody ready?
You know what I'm going to do? Before we start the fight, I'm going to get out my war harp and begin my counter charm. So in case they have any charm or fear spells, we will get advantage.
Okay. So you pull it out, begin a counter charm, and then you give the flag that says you're ready, right, Corncob?
I'm fully ready. I'm just going to start shooting from behind my spectral
I
guardian.
need initiative
or my
rolls
guardian of faith.
from all of you as suddenly weapons come to bear, and these
Well, I feel like it's so wasted.
Wasted what?
20 on initiative.
that's
So 21
wasted.
initiative.
All right, so
11 for corn cob.
Very excited about trying out my new spell.
Fathom gets a 20, you said? 21?
21.
21.
Plus 1 on
You, Joel, what did you roll?
A 15.
Gooseneck?
17.
Corn cob?
11.
Abran?
13.
K.
21.
Oh, okay. Fathom.
I am casting. Well, which one did Jason pick? The one that's closest to us, I'm guessing. We'll start with that.
Sure. I don't see any difference. I can't divine a leader.
Yeah, they're pretty much equidistant. Either the guy in the middle of the screen there up there, they all have bright shining butts. I guess that's the way we paint things here. Or the guy on the right next to Corn Cob.
Why
Yeah,
not?
sure.
Why not take the one out that's between us and the rest of the party?
Yes. Oh, okay. So I'll aim at the closest one there. So the spell is Blight.
Oh.
Which it's necromantic energy washes over a creature of your choice. If you target a plant creature or a magical plant, it makes a saving throw with disadvantage, and the spell deals maximum damage to it. And the saving throw is
awesome.
50.
Watch out. Don't hit our friend.
Saving throw is what?
You should be shooting outwards from the tree.
This is inwards, though, from... Oh, yeah, outwards from the tree. Okay. So the one closest
the tree
to you.
should always be at our backs as we're fighting. That's the way I tried to set up this guardian.
And it's not area of effect. I think it's one creature.
Okay, so my saving throw is a 13. Not enough.
So max damage would be 64 points.
Oh my!
And I got one more that was loaded.
Thank God I'm not a plant.
blighted.
Wow.
Too bad they all have 300 hit points. Oh well.
Yeah.
Hush, Lizard Man. You got us into this.
I got us into this.
Well, you're as good a patsy as anyone.
No. They don't have that many hit points. 64, though. Okay, that's a lot. That's not all of their hit points, though, I will say. Wow. Okay.
Well, I'm sure it interrupted his
I'm
part
sure
of the
it got
ritual,
the attention
though.
of the other two.
Definitely. Sort of stumbles back, surprised that those that he invited onto the platform would attack him in such a way. All right.
Why make me feel guilty, evil plant?
I mean, that's my job.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's on now.
Blight, Fathom. All right, Kay, it's your turn.
All right, so I would like to shoot at that one, but I have a short bow, so I think I would be rolling with disadvantage at that distance.
Yeah, you would be.
Well, I don't have a lot of other options. Okay, so that's a 1 on the dice.
No. Okay. See, short bow close range is 80 feet, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah,
Just hurl insults.
You're going to have to pass that treacherous living plant if you want to get close enough to be normal. Okay.
Your father was an elderberry bush.
Gooseneck, it is your turn.
Is that an insult to plants, or is that?
I don't think so. I feel like
might be
plant
socially
wouldn't care.
acceptable.
Your mother was a pile of hay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go into a rage, and I will whack this this plant that Fathom just hit.
Okay.
Guilt-inducing evil plant.
Yeah.
Guilt-inducing
I don't feel bad.
evil.
I don't feel bad about whackety whacking a plant.
No, not at all.
Wait, let's see. Okay, here we go. 8.
8 does not hit the plant, however.
No. All right. Well, let's try it again. Dang it! Another 8. Huh.
Oh. Oh no. Okay.
I have to
So you take a
switch
couple
dice.
whacks. And they miss. Errant, I think you rolled a 13.
My specialty's stone.
So Pugh, it's your turn.
I did.
I'm going to continue my counter charm.
Okay. Okay. And specifically, counter charm is going to prevent any charming effects from them, right?
Or fear.
Or fear, yeah. Okay. Understood.
Well, okay, that's it. I'll hold off. Anything else?
You sure? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I am trying to get these out here a little bit. Sorry. I want to get you all. Good location. Okay. So Pugil, continue your counter charm. It's the plant's turn. The unfortunate news for you all is they are no longer smitten by you, Joel.
Well, I didn't think so.
I'm not sure that's news.
This one turns to you.
It just seems like
Gooseneck. This one turns.
I've been eaten by plants twice.
Yeah.
They move towards
Do your worst, plant.
Do your worst. I bite back.
You're dealing with a higher order creature now.
They actually all move very close, although only one of them, the
You're
one
one
that
of those crazy
turns,
Lamarckians.
only
well, how
Gooseneck, the one.
close is close? Because didn't he make the guardian thing?
That's a great point. So Guardian of Faith.
What does that do?
So anything that moves within 10 feet of the Guardian has to make a saving throw.
Yep.
So one of them definitely did. The other one kind of skirted that issue a little bit. Okay, so let me make my dexterity saving throw. Or fail it. I failed the dexterity saving throw. Okay. So I'm going to take 20 radiant damage.
That's an owie.
That one's going to take 20 radiant damage. It sort of sizzles as it comes up. And the other one's going to take nothing. No. Okay, nothing. It didn't get within close enough. All right. Ooh. That's pretty nasty.
Now, this will only deal a total of 60, and then it goes away.
Yeah. Actually, the other one's going to have to save, too. Did not save. Okay, so that's also 20. All right.
That's working as I wanted it
So they
to.
both sort of sizzle. One of the big ones sort of pushes past, but they can't get to you in time. The one just turns Gooseneck and strikes you. Well, strikes at you. We'll see if they actually strike you. I, for some reason, deleted my page. Well, that's rude of me to myself. Hold on, let me fix this. Sorry. Here we go. Okay, so attacks you.
Bring it on, plant.
Just their hand kind of comes up, and you can see it thicken, boom, and it clubs down on you. Really? That's a 16 to hit. Does that hit you, Gooseneck?
No, sir.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
Pew!
Swings at you with its other hand. And misses as well. So,
Pew!
the other ones were not able to get close enough, fast enough to actually get to you. So could not do anything. It is Abran's turn. Abran?
All right, so Abran, I'd like to cast Zephyr Strike,
Okay.
and I want to. I can. There's enough room. The plant doesn't take up the entire space. There's space on either side of the water. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I want to blast past that plant. I can see. Can I see the where I am on the camera?
Yeah, let's see if I can get you a shot.
That,
I think I moved away
sorry.
from it. No, it's okay. I am going to have to... Let me get you a shot of you. Oh, no, that's live. How dare I do that?
Oh, my God.
No, you're going to be nauseous and
Earthquake.
sick. There is you.
I saw the volcanoes erupting.
So there's the plant. You
Dramamine.
can see there's a little bit of room next to it, and you all sitting there.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to sort of brush against it.
Yeah, but
It's got
my
big
Zephyr
teeth.
Strike. Yeah, but it doesn't allow an attack of opportunity. That's
Yep.
why I'm using it. So yeah, I want to make up as much ground past that plant towards the stairs as possible.
Can you double move with that or no?
It doesn't say I can't, but it gives me 30 extra, so it's almost like I'm double moving without double moving.
Okay. So 30
Yeah.
extra.
So it says,
will put
yeah.
you, basically, will run you right across here and put you right here.
I
So
can't see that.
off to the upper right of the screen, basically where you see Jen.
All right.
And then if you wanted to double
Okay.
move, you could actually get over to the almost
But
the
I
platform.
could still attack at this point.
Yeah, you could.
Do I have line of sight on anybody to attack?
You probably have good line of sight on the
One of the glowy butts.
Yeah, one of the glowy butts that moved.
I'm aiming for the closest glowy butt.
Okay. Let me try to get a good lineup of you
Sorry,
and
I'm
the
messing
glowy
with
butt.
your cameras.
You're perfectly fine. I like it. So in this, you'll see you're at the far left, and the glowy butt there is right behind Gooseneck at the right. But you can.
So just for clarification, if I was going to double move, I can't also attack.
You could not. Correct.
Okay. And there is no crazy looking plant behind me. The only other plant that we saw was that first one.
Correct.
That I rushed by.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, that I can tell. I'm gonna shoot a couple arrows at glowy butt.
Okay.
So a 22 to hit.
Strikes him right in
the crack.
If you want.
Has this one been damaged yet?
Yes, because of the guardian.
Okay. 9 plus 7, 16 points of damage on the first arrow.
Okay.
And second arrow is another 22 to hit.
Oh, solid, right in the plant.
Right in the plant.
Planted that one.
Kick him in the stamen.
Right.
I planted
berries. Hit him right in the berries.
right in the berries. With 11 more points. He's got a couple of fletchings out of his buttocks.
Jumped up, bit him in the buttocks. Okay. Very nice. Corn Cob, it's your turn.
Okay, so for my action, I'm going to cast. Hang on a second, I had it already. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody, I think it's everybody that's damaged. No, one person. I'm sorry. So I'm going to point at the most damaged tree guy, and he can save with his wisdom on a 15.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one you've all mostly beat up on. So the wisdom is failed. Not very wise.
Okay. So he will take 13 points of damage.
Okay.
And for my bonus action, because it's listed under a bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay, your spiritual weapon comes out. I'm gonna just plop a shield down here. It gets to attack too. I'm gonna put it next to him because you would have seen this plant falling.
Yep. So it will attack. Can't remember how I. Oh, okay. Melee spell attack. Okay. Yeah, 21.
That strikes this plant.
And I think it's 1d8 plus 4, so not a ton. 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Well, this is the one that's got some arrows and fletchings in it, though. So.
Yep.
All right, it strikes solid and true. All right.
And that was just a second level, so that's a low.
Okay. Fathom.
So one of them's down, right?
One of them is down. Yes.
All right.
There's all of you over there.
Which one is the closest one to me? I don't love it being close to me.
So I'm gonna move this while it's live, just so you can see. There's the one behind Gooseneck there. That is probably not the one closest to you, because closest to you is this.
One that's distressingly close to
Yeah, the one that's distressingly close. Run over, sort of, and went, hey.
I don't love that, but I guess it's time for another blight. Maybe he'll be so afraid of it that he won't touch me.
Blight him. Blight him. Blight him like a baby seal.
On disadvantage.
Con 15 disadvantage. Fails.
Oh my god, a baby seal.
It's 64 damage.
64 damage.
God.
Wow. Along with
spell will never be that cool again, but
along with the guardian, he sort of comes up and he brushes by the guardian that Corncob, and you can see some of the leaves and branches get torn away, and as he swings down at you, the blight you watch it necrotize his whole body, and he just crumbles to the ground in front of you.
So that's it for the guardian, right? That's 3 strikes.
No, the guardian still has some points. I already counted those other ones in there.
Okay, well, he can only deal 60 points of damage. So
yeah, he's only
He's
dealt
telling
40.
a story.
Cool.
Yeah, so he's down at your feet after that blight.
And there's the guardian expended?
Nope.
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh, I can do it one more time.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
You should have just sent her over.
It is.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's Kay's turn
3
at the moment.
spells, 3 things. Wither it up.
I mean, I tell you, looking at how the fight's going, I'm not feeling any pressing urge to get over there in any kind of hurry.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna chill here with the lizard men and let them kill the last tree dude.
Okay. Yeah, they're kind of like watching intently. They're watching you watching, and then you're watching them watching, and you're having a sort of a watch party over there.
So you can't hit that eggplant monster, right?
It's a long way. Oh, well, I guess you could, but it moves.
I mean, I could shoot at that, but I'm gonna do like 4 points of damage to it. So what's the point?
Oh, okay. Well,
Hurl more insults.
Where is Mordot?
Piss off,
Morgoth
you silly
is
people.
right there behind. He's
Drawing
sort of
pictures.
tucked down right here
Oh, okay. I see it
behind
now.
you all. He's good at staying in a safe location.
He's ready to record our demise.
Yep.
He's helping keep him alive.
Yeah. Gooseneck, it's your turn.
All right. Well, let's do a little weed whacking here.
Okay. You turn around. This thing has
Oh.
been beaten up a lot of different ways. Right behind you.
Man, my dice have run cold. 10.
No.
No? Okay, I'm going to switch dice. That one's going in the
Yeah,
timeout zone.
get rid
You'd
of
think
those.
that an axe
Switch
against
back
a
your
plant
Peach of
would be
Dungeon
good.
dice.
All right,
You're
here we
using
go.
those
Here we go.
inferior other people's dice.
15. Does that hit?
Yes, that is
Okay,
exactly
good.
right.
Phew. 6 points of damage. And now I'm going to zap you just because.
Yes. So, yeah, you thunk 6. Did you say 6 points of damage?
6 points of damage, yes.
Okay.
Slicing damage.
Yep.
So slows down your movement by 10. And
Ooh, cool.
next DC 15 for the Storm Aura.
Did not save.
All right. Take 2 more.
2 more. Okay. Along with all the other damage that this one has taken, little bits, it falls also at your feet.
Woo! Bzz. Was that extra 2?
Sometimes that's all it takes.
Sometimes the extra 2 is all it takes. So these 3 plant creatures, and and as they go down, well, actually nothing. So they all go down. They stop moving, sort of lifeless plants. And you can see Cilia sort of walks over to you all. She says, "I'm free now, but the damage has to be reversed."
How do we reverse it?
Hang on, if we're out of combat rounds, I'm going to send my spiritual weapon over to that eggplant and just beat on it once per whatever till my weapon goes away.
So you chase it through the water. It dives into the water. It sort of squiggles across. There's a lot of stuff. Overall, in the end, you are able to finally chop it up where it stops moving with that.
Yeah,
weapon.
I still have 8 rounds that I can move it and hit with
Yep.
it. So I just thought I didn't want to waste it,
Yeah, you were able to get it
Okay,
over time.
cool. Okay, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Okay.
So you got your drone striking the eggplant, and while he's drone striking the eggplant, I'm going to interrogate Wood Girl to find out how to reverse this evil spell.
Okay. And Abram, what is it you want to do?
I would like to join the party by the tree.
Join the party by the tree. Okay. Hey, did you want to join the party by the tree too?
Once it's safe to do so.
Yes. After
We're not with you.
Yeah. Okay. We're all able to join the party by the tree. And let me get a better sort of group photo, so to speak. Okay. So how would you like to, what are you going to do to try to reverse whatever, I don't know, whatever the Wood Girl said?
Yeah, what does she recommend? How do we reverse this?
What's the nature of the infection or whatever?
So she says, I don't understand the arcane nature of these runes they activated. It's corrupting the plants.
All right, I'll go look at some runes and see if I can.
Okay.
No arcane things.
Can I make a arcane check?
I
have a +3 in it.
Are you skilled in it though? Are you proficient with it?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Amazingly, I am.
Yep.
19.
Okay, 19 for Abran. And what was yours?
You did better than I did. I only got 9. I'm also a sick person.
Fathom, couldn't you can't really understand the nature of these. Maybe it's because there's a hint of Elven in there, Abran. You pick up on
again with the elves.
I know.
My gosh.
Hey,
is there anything they haven't
don't
polluted?
Hate the player.
Yeah,
don't
welcome
hate the player.
to my world. Welcome to my world, Corn Cob.
Hey.
They've run roughshod over the whole natural processes of this whole planet right now.
Yeah, it's awful.
Wow, a bunch of haters.
So
meanwhile, the elf figures something out.
Get a Thunberg when you need her.
Abran, you don't have to reverse these exact runes that are being traced. There are they're runes of life, and if you were to just reenact them ritually once, you wouldn't even have to put the effort in that these plants have for the last, you don't know how long, week or two, to get to this sort of level of corruption. You just have to reenact the proper way once throughout them, and you should be okay. That will take some checks at each location to do it, and someone with an Arcana skill.
So you're going to go around and defuse the runes?
No, Abran looks.
He's going to do his
Abran
naked
looks at
dance.
Abran looks at the two woodsy guys in the party and say, "This is what we're supposed to do." Someone with true Arcana, not this elf, needs to go around and reenact. And I think that's probably. It pains me to say this due to the low rolling nature of our party member, is the highest Arcana member is Fathom.
Well, maybe if you're assisting, that will help.
I would be happy to assist.
Tendencies of my dice.
Exactly.
Okay.
Boy, an elf and a tiefling saved the world.
Are the other lizard guys over here, or are they
no.
sitting on the?
They're sitting back there. They don't really trust that it's all good yet.
I'm gonna give them the high sign. Tell them to come over. Tell them it's okay.
We don't need them.
Yeah.
Come on over. Yeah, we do.
Throw some lizard man signs out.
Yeah.
do we have to sacrifice somebody?
Come on over, guys.
Okay, they look around. They look at each other. And
Lisa Stecca.
Okay.
I give them the high sign.
They make their way across.
Okay, so I'm going to ask them. Wait, I'm going to ask them. Do they have? I'm going to ask them. Do they have any magic users in their tribe?
Good.
If so, we need somebody to come and help reverse the curse on Cilia.
Yes. Our shaman.
Yes, go bring your shaman. Tell him the area is clear. Bring him back. We need to help. We need to finish helping Cilia.
So okay, they run off, and they bring their shaman back. And their shaman, sort of dragged down in a bunch of regalia, sort of goes, "Yes, how can I help you, my friend?"
I'm going to translate what Abran told us about. Yeah, what Abran told us about the Arcana and what we need to do to reverse these curses. Can he help us?
A lizard man shaman, an elf, and a tiefling walk into a bar.
Yes, I can assist.
Awesome.
Very good. Okay.
All right.
Please
so
do
you,
so.
So you all three are gonna
those
take
three are
this
providing help.
run at it. It's advantage because you're all working together. The lizard man, sharp tooth, sharp, not shark, will make his roll. Okay. And Abram, what's your? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Fathom, what's your roll?
18.
18 and advantage, right?
Yep.
Okay. Abram.
Same with me, 18 with advantage.
Okay. So Sharptooth is a little slow on the uptake. It takes him a try or two, and
He's
he
not
gets
so
it.
sharp tooth.
Yeah.
Maybe dull tooth.
He's a lizard. What do you expect?
Come on.
Well, warm him up. Get his blood moving.
Slack.
Yeah.
Yes. Good. The tree is in balance. And Cilia is just very happy. She sort of spins around, says, I'm free. My leaves are free.
Oh.
All right.
I would like to, while this is going on, I'd like to cast my long version of my plant growth spell. It actually seems to act like a fertilizer for a year.
Oh, the 8-hour version.
Yeah, I'll just start it. If it manages to get done, it'll enrich the soil and the tree will be enriched for a year and grow much better.
Okay. While you're casting it, Cilia picks up on what you're doing, and she comes over with you and dances around you. She's very happy that you would be doing this. So.
Oh, for joy.
Cilia, how was someone able to turn the magic of this place against you?
Oh. The elves made it so you could decide what you wanted to do with the magic. Always a people of choice. But that means I failed to protect it, and someone came in and went down a dark path.
Do you know anything about that person? Like, could you tell us what he looked like?
No. I mean, human, olive complexion, froze me in my tracks when I asked about him. Completed his runes, then left, and then I was once more free to move. By the time I looked at what he had done, these plants sprung forth and began to bind me to the tree.
You didn't happen to notice if he had any markings on his arms, did you?
He was in robes, very heavy.
Is it weird that she doesn't look at us when she's talking to us?
She's dancing around.
She's dancing. She's in motion the whole
Okay.
time.
Okay.
Sometimes she's
All right.
looking at you, but sometimes she's
Okay.
not.
Oh, okay.
She's Instagramming it,
She's
baby.
mostly looking at
TikTok.
Corncob, who's casting the most interesting
you
of all the
enjoy a
magic
nice
to
plant.
her.
Go ahead and look at her.
Yep. Yeah, she's planty.
She's planty. Yeah, but if she's keen on anyone, it's Corncob.
Let's. I'm gonna prompt Morgott to make copies of these runes. Make rubbings and record.
Yes, excellent idea. I will take some rubbings. I have just the right paper here. After your last journey, you reminded me I should bring some softer paper, and brings out more, not tissue paper, but lighter paper that is good for rubbings.
Brian, can you tell what the point of this place was meant to be?
Yeah, I'd like to. Can I investigate?
Elven funk all over it.
You get
it's got the elven stank on it.
You get one chance. It's going to be an Arcana check.
Ooh.
Save paradise and put up an elven parking lot.
Is 19 good enough?
So this tree, this area was you feel like it was a training ground, not a trial as the last place, but training. Those should have been. You brush off some area, you find a meditation stone where you would have spent a lot of time meditating, and then there's enough area that's free and clear around this that you would have definitely had some one-on-one combat. It's very old, and there's not much left of it or remaining anymore, but it seems like...
again, these are consistent in architecture than as the trial area.
Yeah, same architecture.
Same time period, maybe.
Probably.
Hard to tell.
Yeah, probably.
How about that? How about that stone
was I
where we
able
got
to
the other
tell
rubbing?
or decipher? Was I ever tell or decipher what kind of elves these were?
No.
I don't remember from the last
The language
time.
is it's a little bit off from you. You're not sure. It seems some high elf dialect that you're not fully aware of.
Okay,
Well,
sorry,
I know
Bobby.
with dwarven runes, you can disrupt them after they're done with and alter their power. I don't know if we need to destroy these runes or deface them after you're done diffusing them. I have no idea.
What does Celia want us to do?
Celia's preference is that she's given another chance. Please, I could be a better guardian than I was before. I was lax in my duties. I would like to leave this site as intended and guard it.
So I speak Sylvan as well.
Nose.
Can I ask her what the runes are doing when they're working properly?
Oh, they're giving life to the plants in the area. They're look at the teeming life coming from here.
Do they provide any boons or any life force to anything but plants?
No.
Funguses?
Yeah, polish that apple.
Probably.
Right.
Funguses, maybe. They are a form of plants.
I want to ask her then, can she see any funguses within Pujol and I that the runes could affect?
Oh boy, what a can of worms.
I know, right?
See what you started, Frank.
Fungus? No. I don't see within you such a thing.
Okay.
He looks
Worth a question.
confused. Thoroughly confused. But I knew what you were asking.
It's just the fond memories now, I guess.
Well,
we weren't sure whether it's over or not.
Yeah.
Right? That's kind of where we are with it. We felt that it diminished, but we don't feel like it completely left. Is that right to say?
Yes, both of you feel the same way about that, yes. But you don't necessarily think that a dryad in a jungle would be able to determine that, where you take that with a grain of salt.
I guess you could wrap up on
helping plants. Well, yeah, I'm gonna do that on my private time.
I'm going to ask her if there's any things of value that the masters of this site might have left that she has no use for, but we might.
Ooh,
good question.
Good question.
There is a charm that I found beneath the soil, entangled in the roots.
And you have no use for it?
No, and it does nothing for the site. A keepsake, maybe. A memory of times.
May I see it?
Of course. He goes over to
It can
one
only
of the
be used by an elf?
deep roots of the tree.
Yeah, probably.
She reaches
They
into
cast
the
Maybe
tree.
help to grow some nuts.
Only greedy elves.
She reaches into the tree, and then you can see the soil ripple beneath it as it pulls out this amulet. Pulls out into her hand. She says, "This has been here," and holds it out to you. It's got
I'll take
soil
it.
and earth on it and such.
I'll take it and brush it off and hand it to Fathom and say, "Put the eye on that."
Okay, I will cast Identify him.
Okay. So when you hand it over, when Pugil hands it over and brushes it off, you see that it looks like a dryad. There's an engraving in it, and you see what you think is the outline of a dryad body, but it takes just a little bit out of the side, and you see a large woven shield, as though branches and roots have intertwined together in the shape of a shield.
Oh, cool.
And the amulet itself, when you cast Detect or when you cast Identify on it, it is protective in nature. So the one that's wearing it would it would grant them defenses and armor, basically, magically.
I will
Ooh,
relay
flip you
that
for it.
Celia, do you know what's in the cave?
You'll flip us for it? Is that what you're saying? You'll flip me for it?
Yeah.
I'll arm
I got
wrestle
a
you for it.
Pissant armor class.
What's in the cave?
Oh, you probably need it.
Where the waterfall is?
Oh, springs, fresh springs. It comes up. I've been down there. There's nothing. You can see the roots of the tree in some places, and the limestone, and the cool, fresh water.
How old is your tree?
Older than I am. 500.
How old are you?
600. I'm 400 years old.
Okay.
Maybe we should go get some fresh spring water.
That's probably
what
true.
time is it? We need to be back to the beach before the tide turns.
It is slowly turning towards the night. If you left basically now, you could get back there on target.
All right. Saddle up, people.
Wait. How long will it take to go down to that spring and get a drink of water?
If nothing at all out of the ordinary happened, no time at all.
All right. Let's go do it.
All right, let's do
I'm
it.
going to go
I'm doing it.
I'm going to go grab a drink.
Yeah.
Oh.
I get a drink too.
Okay.
Fill my water skin.
You're
Fill our
going
water
into the
I
lair.
assume we had a 12-hour span. I assume I'm able to finish my plant grow spell before we leave.
You are, yes.
Okay.
And the whole area is wonderful. You might have to ignore them going under the, you've got to wrap this spell up before they go under the ground here. But
Yeah.
you're able to go into the ground and get some fresh water. You can see it is exactly what she has said. It's limestone caverns. Nothing overly fancy or inordinate. It's just pretty ordinary. As near as you can tell, nothing unusual about it. The water, well, it's not all limestone. I guess there's some volcanic rock and stuff that's in here as well. But it's fresh water bubbling up from somewhere. Not salted. It's been filtered through the soil enough that it's clean and pure and quite nice, cool, refreshing. Probably a wonderful source of water for this island. And
Drink? Fill?
yeah, you can fill all the stuff you needed with it. And that is the end of tonight's game.
Do we feel any taller?
You don't feel any taller, nor have you
Okay.
slept 100 years.
Okay.
Do we make it back to the beach safely?
You certainly do.
All right.
Let's get in the boat before the crabs banquet show up.
You get in the boat, you get out to the ship, and just as you do, you hear the snuffle as you're out there against the waves, the snuffle of boars coming in the
We could have
clacking
had
of
fresh
crab
boar
claws.
meat.
Clap, 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 clap,
Yep.
clap.
Them crab boars are the
I
worst.
know, right?
And you see,
All right.
as you're leaving, you see a crab that is more like 5 or 6 feet across in body take down a boar and drag it into the surf.
Oh, we could have had
Crab
a
seems
crab
even more
boil.
delicious than boar.
We
Oh
could have
my
had
God, right?
dismemberment. I think we
Mm.
dodged a bullet.
Yep. Or put crabs nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
Sounds delicious. Okay. So that's it for our game this evening. Thank you.
What is the
Yay.
mechanical effect of this amulet we found?
+1 armor class. It's an amulet of protection.
Does it require attunement?
It does.
Then I will let you have it. I'm standing at the back.
Let the bard have it. We don't want
Yeah,
to
he
mush.
found
Yes,
it.
that would be
Use
nice.
it.
Now I have a 13 armor class.
I mean, that my vote is to let the bard have it. I'm not
Yeah, I'm
acting
fine with that. Now
unilaterally.
we're AC buddies.
Yay!
Now
know,
he's
I
the
had the
rattan
lowest
bard.
AC.
You had the lowest AC. Yeah.
Do what?
I
What'd
have
you
a
say?
spell that I
Abran
It's
votes
lower.
nay.
No, Abred can. Yeah, he wants the elf to actually. I mean, the gnome to actually participate for a change. So if the amulet helps, then that would be
They'll
great.
just let him
All
hang
right.
back in a
Well,
little more security.
13 AC. I feel so much more durable.
Yeah, we need him playing that harp though. Don't you understand? That's
Yeah,
what he needs
no.
to do.
So much more durable. Okay.
Harp's
Well-
better than that toothpick shooter any day.
You
Now-
did pretty good with the toothpick shooter.
Yeah,
I got a
but
good
I'd
shot
rather
in
have the
tonight.
pluses from the harp than toothpicks whizzing by my shoulder.
All right.
So that's it. I'm gonna let everyone do their exiting
Wonk wonk.
for the evening, however they wish, and say their goodbyes. And let me turn this music off. Hold on. We're not in the swamp anymore. Okay. Thank
That
you,
was such a
Sirenscape.
great set, Frank. I mean, that
Yeah,
was
that
really
was
great.
cool.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that was fun. That was really neat.
a little swamp adventure, little
I was
jungle
worried.
swamp adventure.
I was worried that big bush right in the left of the middle screen was going to attack.
You know, no one ever went by it until the main creatures were down. So,
Because it was going to attack.
so maybe it would have, but you avoided it at any rate.
We outflanked it.
You said
You did.
didn't get eaten by plants.
You didn't get, no,
That's
no,
important.
you were not eaten by plants. It was wonderful. All right, so to wrap up the evening, I'll start up with Bobby. Bobby?
I've got nothing to sell, but I just want to say thank you, Frank. All the people associated with Nightheart. It was super fun as always. I'm grateful to get to participate. And happy Easter, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you. Gene?
I'd also like to spread my thanks to Frank and all the Nightheart people and everybody that make this possible. And I'll say happy Easter, and I'll also say happy birthday to somebody in the top row here.
What?
Yeah, happy
Birthday's
birthday.
tomorrow.
That's
Tomorrow
right.
birthday.
Hey. Wow.
That's right.
Out there in my map.
The
Okay.
big 7-0.
That's
Yeah,
right.
he's old.
7 centuries or
Yeah.
decades.
7 centuries. Woo.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
even better.
Yes, I've got to get back
crusty.
to my coffin before.
I was gonna say. Oh wow. Okay. I know how to handle you next time we come into contact. Jason.
Yeah.
Lots of garlic.
Garlic.
Well,
Well,
and
thanks to
whole-
everybody. Thanks, Frank. Thanks to everybody that painted these miniatures, this terrain, and set it up. It's wonderful. Obviously, if you're watching this channel, you probably know about our Kickstarter, so you might want to go over there and check out the Kickstarter. You'll want to check out the Crow's Nest on Tuesday, and you'll want to check out Beyond the Kit on Monday.
Right.
And weren't you
That's all I
the
got.
sculptor of the special miniatures that I unlocked today, Jason?
Probably. What were they?
The little,
Yeah,
the egg and the little
Oh, yes.
Owlbear
bunny
egg.
guy.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
It's been so
those
long since he
miniatures.
pooped
Oh
those
my
out.
gosh, that
Yeah.
owlbear egg is so cute.
They were small poops, so he didn't remember them as much.
I don't know if you can move that over. Well, maybe I can move that over.
Yeah. Oop, oop, oop.
Can you? I just see just a little bit there. Oh, the
There it goes,
Almirage
right
and the
there.
owlbear.
Ah,
So
that's
those
so
got
cool.
added, I think, to the core set today.
Yeah, they did.
Those
Yep.
have been added to the core set as a holiday bonus. They are free. I mean, you pledge for the core set, you get these at no extra cost. And of course, the little owlbear chick or owlbear egglet guy scales in right with the owlbear encounter that we had put up earlier. And the Almirage, who knows exactly where he belongs, but right now he's in the core set.
All right.
I love it. I love it.
It's
I'm
not
excited.
telling.
I'm excited about that. I'm excited about a lot.
Mm.
Thank you, Jason.
Yeah.
Michael.
Wow, Jason and everybody else took up all the thanks, but thanks to Sirenscape for wonderful music and fantastic seagulls and lots of other animal. That's neat. Thanks, Franks, for putting on everything. And if Frank ran the entire show tonight, Justin ghosted us, and Frank was just left out on his own, and he ran the whole show by himself and put up with all of us the entire time. So big thanks to
That's
Frank.
the tough part.
That's the
Crow's
kicker right
Nest,
there.
yeah. So Crow's Nest on Tuesday, we'll see how that actually transpires. Last week we got wrapped into a Bones update, so we may do that again.
Promo thing. So who knows?
Yeah.
We'll probably have a
So
Bones
we'll see
related
how
guest.
that goes.
Canceled.
Oh, that's a rare
What?
Justice
What?
signing.
Oh my God, Justin showed up at the last minute.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I actually showed up just to tell you the Crow's Nest is canceled.
Yeah.
Canceled or just
finally
moved to
worked.
another network, Justin? We have to
No,
talk about
it finally worked.
I'll be in touch.
Yeah.
Bam! Drop
His
the
people
mic.
will call your people.
Well, what I was going to continue to say was Kickstarter that Jason talked about. That's still going on. And then at the end of the month, that Saturday, the last Saturday of the month, the Reaper is having a Kickstarter wrap-up party. So I know there'll be some virtual stuff going on during that time, but if you are around the Dallas-Fort Worth area and can want to swing by and make it, it'll be a big party like it usually is. We'll be there, with the exception, unfortunately, of Jen. We're trying to get Frank there, and Justin kind of dropped the ball there with making sure Frank was going to be there or not. So there goes that bus over Frank again. I know.
Nope.
He just canceled the show.
Canceled
I
that
got
too.
nothing to lose.
Just canceled
Driving
that.
that bus. Driving that bus.
Cancel that. I was going to say the bus has escaped the bounds of our show.
Yes.
Actually, I got something to tell you after the show that's important.
Okay, cool.
Uh-oh.
And then here's the bus. Come right over Justin's head. But we all love Justin. He's fantastic.
He is.
Yeah, he's feeling the
Just
love
kidding,
right now.
Justin.
Thank you,
Just
Been
Michael.
pulling
kidding.
yeoman's
Love
duty
you.
with all these
Admitted-
extra Kickstarter things.
Admittedly, I'm not as cool as Frank, though, so that's fine.
Well, who is?
Yeah,
Lots of
exactly.
people.
nobody is as cool as Frank.
Thank
He's
you.
as cool as the other side of the pillow.
I'm as cool as the
Oh,
fresh
Stuart
water
Scott.
There
I
you go.
found underneath this fresh elven spring. Rhonda?
Also sharing the thanks to everyone and to those of you who watch our silly antics. Check birdwithabrush.com tomorrow, and I'll have an article up about painting source lighting that will include some pictures of some of the miniatures that are in the Kickstarter. So I'm giving away some of my secrets. People are always asking us to spill the tea, so I'm genuinely giving away the secrets behind painting good OSL. At least some of them, the main ones.
There is some tea being
Oh,
spilled. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Cool.
Read that.
Thank you. Jen.
Thank you, Frank, and everyone. I will repeat those sentiments once more, and looking forward to next time.
Thank you. Yeah, so I want to give my thank you, of course, to Sirenscape and to all the players you see. It is wonderful that they enjoy this. I mean, they enjoy this game as much as I do, which is it's wonderful. So thank you. Thank you to Reaper Miniatures for allowing us to do this. And then thank you, Justin. I know you're back there, and I imagine you have some. Wait, do I have anything else to say before I hand it over to you? Oh, I guess I have to say Dungeons and Dramaturgy on Nightheart Gaming's channel will be on tomorrow at 4 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Come watch that if you want to watch some more D&D. Very different, very different. It's my modularized version of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, so something different. Other than that, I guess I'll hand it over to Justin because we might be rating somebody, or you might have some other information you want to share, Justin.
I don't have any additional information other than the Kickstarter, like Michael was referring to. Check that out, obviously, if you can. But also for that party, we promoted this earlier today. The party at the end of the month, look for that Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We're going to be streaming, because this came up a couple of days ago. We're going to be streaming some D&D, but the focus is going to be more the system that we're using. So I wouldn't expect it, like I was saying earlier, I wouldn't expect it to be of this quality, but it'll still be fun. So it's this what is it? Nightheart sets the bar very high, so don't come in expecting this. Just want to manage expectations now. In fact, if you gave Michael Proctor the reins to run a D&D game, expect something like that. Right.
Holy cow, you've lowered the bar all the way to the floor.
Wow.
Yeah. But,
Lord.
thank you guys very much. I joke, but hey, you should tune in for it.
Nobody can go under that.
It'll be a lot of fun. It's supposed to be kind of like a play test type situation, so it should be a lot of fun for the audience to kind of tune in and give their feedback. So
cool.
Outside of that, I don't have anything. Go check out Bone 6. That's it.
Yes. Go get the core set.
Go get the core set. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Core set.
And some owlbears. Some owlbears.
And owlbears.
Yes.
Of course.
And some wargs and some wolves and some.
Oh, it looks like we're gonna raid Beetle and Grimm's. That sounds exciting.
Grimm's.
What's that?
So, all right. That is actually, I believe it's a company. It's a thing that's owned by Matthew Lillard, if you're familiar with him. So he runs a D&D game. So he's a great dude.
Of the owners, yes.
Yeah, one of the owners, correct. I should specify. One of the owners.
Owns what?
But it's kind of like imagine like Critical Role. It's similar to that. It's kind of an umbrella thing.
Beetle and Grimm makes a great. They will take modules that have been released and then give like actual physical things, like handouts that you can give your players, special tokens, dice. They make sure that what you're giving is like not just the words on a module. You don't have to make it yourself. You can buy into their stuff and give it to your players, and it's fun. It's exciting.
Correct.
Cool. Oh.
All right.
Let's do that.
So thank you, folks, for hanging out and spending your Friday night with us. Thanks, obviously, again to Nightheart and all of the artists, and we will see you guys. We'll see you guys later. Not sure if we're gonna have Reaper Errant as scheduled like last time because it kind of is on that Friday that we're doing the party. So we'll see. Yeah. We'll work it out.
You might miss
thank you, folks, and have a great night and weekend, and happy Easter.
Night. Happy Easter.
Thanks, Justin.
Where's the proverbial ball that's been dropped?
No, it's been dropped, but keep waving. Keep waving.
Oh, okay. All right. Bye-bye.